Hello, welcome everyone back to day number 3 of STM7. Today, of course, I am your caster Toki. Joining me is, as always, the lovely Persik. We have a stacked agenda on our hands today. Will be 3 best of 3 series to decide who will go to the grand finals of tomorrow. But for today, the first matchup will be between Beans Al Dente and May Contain Nuts, the 2 winners of our previous 2 games. How are you feeling today, Persik?
Indeed, looking forward to all of the games, feeling a little bit better than the last time. Less tired, but still the tiredness never leaves one's body, does it? But at least sun is shining outside, which means it's a great day to be casting indoors, so to speak. So of course I'm looking forward to these games. Now, I did not see much of May Contain Nuts, but you saw the games fully on your own, by the way. So I would like to ask how that went for you, and what was the kind of, viewpoint of yours on this team then, and how is it now?
Yeah, I think, sorry, this is the lower bracket smash correction. But yeah, Beans Al Dente played a very close series against Judgment Day, 13-11, 13-11. 13-11 went all 3 maps and all the rounds of regulation. For May Contain Nuts, it wasn't really close. They lost 2-0. It was 13-6 and then 13-11 as well. But that 13-11 was more their opponents' goat killers throwing a lot of rounds where they had 4v2, 4v1 kind of advantages, and they just swung one by one, knife out, walked into the enemy. So a little bit overconfident there. But yeah, May Contain Nuts definitely needs a lot of improvements. I think Beans Al Dente would be considered the better of these 2 in this matchup right now, just off their performance of what I've seen. May Contain Nuts, they have good players, they have good ideas. It's just really their reads are a lot of times kind of questionable, and when they do have good reads, they don't commit. They kind of just get scared. They call a play and then they don't commit it through, and then it's halfway there and they falter, or they don't get the trades incorrectly. So let's see if they've only had about a day after their previous series, so let's see if they've managed to bring in some improvements in terms of that.
Well, yeah, surely they have, or surely they should be, considering that the first loss of the first map was kind of devastating, you could say, 13-6. Not something you want to see on the board, but then being closer, and then you explaining that only happened because the goat killers were kind of trolling. So of course it kind of gives me the understanding of this team in a way that, yeah, Beans Al Dente might take this as well in a 2-0, but then again, any surprise can happen, and especially in STM, as we know, the rainbow amount of colors that we see on those ranks, it's just, yeah, of course, a lot different. But here we have our map bans coming in hot. We'll see which ones we kind of will experience, which maps we will observe. And the first ban coming with a Pearl, kind of like that decision, because I'm not a big Pearl fan, nor do I know the calls that well. So glad to see that out of the window, and Split as well. Not a big fan of that one either. But what about you? What are your actually favorite maps? When you queue Valorant, what is that you hope to get?
Well, I mainly just play like Sova only, or like this Initiator. So I like more open maps, more maps that you can be a little bit tricky. Take these angles, have a little bit more impact play. And Purr is one of them. Purr is a very good map, just like Sova, Corrode, Haven. These kind of maps are pretty good for me. And Split is definitely not one of them. I think Split is just really not a good map in terms of a design standpoint. It has been improved a little bit, but even then it's basically unchanged from the very earliest versions of the game. But we will see the first pick come through with Vine, picked by Beans Al Dente. Remember last time they picked Haven as their map choice, and they did win that map against Judgment Day. Second pick will come through as Corrode. So May Contain Nuts and Beans Al Dente both played Corrode against their opponents in the first in the first matchups of the tournament. Of course, Corrode, Beans Al Dente lost against Judgment Day, and May Contain Nuts also lost it. It was the 13-11 map, but it wasn't really that close. It was, I think, like an 8-4 half for Goat Killers. So we'll see how that one works out. Pretty interesting. They still select into it. We already kind of have an idea of what comms these teams will bring in. A point of note is Main Contain Nuts will be playing with a sub, I believe, Adam, aka Hayabusa, one of their better players I feel like from yesterday, playing the duelist role. Won't be available for today, so there will be a sub coming in. I'm not sure who it is yet. We're gonna update on that when we can. But yeah, we'll see how that one works out for them. I think BZNZ do have their full roster.
Well, of course, it's always confidence kind of question, especially if you have a full team instead of having a sub. That brings your confidence up heavily. But we've seen a lot of subs so far, and for some, I don't remember which one was the sub on Corrode when we watched Beans Al Dente against Judgment Day, which team had it. But that sub did seem very confident.
Yeah, Defrin subbed in for Eric, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, you see, their confidence, it didn't falter at all, so it was fine. We'll see if that also happens for May Contain Nuts. Although, as I haven't seen those players on the field, I don't know their strengths nor weaknesses. But nonetheless, I do love seeing Bind and Corrode as the first two maps, and seeing Beans Al Dente and Corrode. They had quite a confidence on it. They seemed to know what they were doing. It was simply unlucky to be placed against Judgment Day, which kind of proved to be the more powerful team in that matchup. So they may play against them again, and who knows, it may end differently.
Yeah, I think you said you're pretty accurate there in terms of the Corrode match between Beans Al Dente and Judgment Day. I mean, Beans Al Dente had very good ideas. I mean, they executed it well, really over the map. They worked it well. Their defaults, their side hits looked good. So as well as their defensive looks, but I mean, May Contain Nuts on the other side. I mean, their Corrode wasn't good. A lot of times it was just all over the place. I think Beans Al Dente only really lost because of the absolute W keying of Judgment Day. Like, remember these Tamer on the Neon running it down with the Odins with the judges. It just completely wrecks your game plan. So maybe against an opponent like this, Beans Al Dente might be able to stretch themselves a little bit more, have a little bit more control and run their game plan a bit more clear without meeting too much resistance. For May Contain Nuts, they'll definitely have to look back at their errors. I feel like they had chances. I mean, the individual players are not bad. It's just about some of the decision making is a little bit questionable, and then they just need to commit through on some of these calls that they have. But yeah, we'll see how that one works out. But definitely, I think for the first map of Bind, both of these teams, I think Beans Al Dente definitely have the much better Bind out of these two teams. May Contain Nuts lost Bind pretty badly, 13-6, so see if they can bounce back.
Yeah, with that, knowing that and jumping into that map, of course, the initial thought is that, well, Beans Al Dente probably taking this in a 2-0 fashion. That's the initial thought. At least in my brain, that's how the dots are connecting, and that's what I'm expecting. In a sense, of course, they can prove me wrong, and they may completely obliterate Beans Al Dente. Maybe May Contain Nuts suddenly throughout the night decided to completely full-on dive into it, study what they did wrong, figure out the new strats, and come from there up and going. But then again, the game will showcase it more than anything else, and I feel like we might be jumping it soon enough.
Yeah, just a little
so
bit.
I would assume.
Yeah, we'll jump into the agent select in a little bit. Won't be ready quite just yet, but yeah, I think for this map, I think for May Contain Nuts, they just need to get the head down, just focus, let the game speak for itself, really. In terms of the comps, you kind of already have an idea what they want to run. We saw May Contain Nuts play, I think, single controller last time with only the Breach, which I think was one of the weaknesses that they had, because their Breach, Brimstone. The Brimstone player kept getting picked off really early on, even though, the Brimstone player is probably one of the best. There's controller players, one of the best on this roster, but he kept getting picked off because he tried to go for these early fights that, kind of was 50-50. So even if you get the first pick and you get traded, on the defense side or on the attacker side, you lose your smoke, and it's the only smoke that makes things super difficult, especially for a map like mine. So let's see if they're able to fix that a little bit more, have their duelists come into it. I remember they played the chamber as well, which really did not work out for them. They had next to no picks. I remember their chamber player just was on B-long 12 rounds out of 12 on defense, and he won one duel out of 12, so it wasn't that great. So we'll see how this one works out.
Yeah, maybe they indeed learn from it, and hopefully they hold their controller somewhere back instead of pushing it forward. And it seems like both teams, they were hovering above Harbor now that the change has actually gone live? Because I think when we were casting the first game, it wasn't entirely live, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong here, but it might be now finally live. Or is it not yet?
No, I think it is live now, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, the comps. This is a different look. I mean, Making Take Nuts is different here. I mean, Beans Al Dente, sorry, correction, we didn't see them play Bind last time. But Making Take Nuts, we did see it, and they didn't run this comp. They ran Chamber. They did run, I think, Jet, Reyna, and then Chamber. So this is a different look. Spastic is on Reyna, so the same as last time. But Telepathy here, I remember last time was playing Fade, so he's on the Waylay this time. Soul swapping to the he was playing Smoke last time, so he's playing Fate now, and then you have a Yoru as well. So a triple duelist comp, so leading a little bit more into that explosiveness. You know, maybe the mentality into this is, you know what, last time we got the shot in this map, we're just gonna run it down, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm very curious how that's gonna play out, because it is obviously a very aggressive combo. You have 3 duelists, come on, and then you got Fade and Omen. I don't know what to expect from this, except for maybe being ran over, unless they excel in the attacking side, which is where they start. So maybe that's what they're leaning towards, is that, okay, we are starting on attack, how about we just go with full explosiveness, get as many rounds initially as possible, with preference being on simply running it, kind of getting those 12 rounds for themselves. But I don't know, man. I am a bit baffled with this pick. But hey, then again,
yeah.
Maybe they know something that I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that was an interesting start of it. I thought there's gonna be more of a brawl, but it seems like first pick gonna come out of shower. That's gonna be the first connect. Although I was intending to see the short part, but having a crossover here is working out perfectly for Beans Al Dente. Although trace after trace coming through is gonna stop any movement that the Waylay will have to fall flat all the back, and there's only 2 players left now on Nut side. But Lazy, I do love the anchoring of this side, and one tap to Soul's face. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. You probably don't expect anyone to be there, especially when the aggression was on A. But hey, there's going to be the fight in Kruka. And to put it down, first round goes towards Beans. Very confident start. Very great initial aggression there at A short. I was expecting a little bit more from it, to be honest.
I mean, I think it was a really good call from Beans Al Dente. I mean, the call was initially just to try and fight towards market, right? Usually when you commit A, you're a lot bulk of your attack is gonna be on there, so they just throw in the C's, they throw in the get-go flash, nades as well, try and hit short. And they don't see anyone, and they hear the audio cue in bathrooms, they insert one up deep, and they back off. So it's just really just an outplay in the first pistol round. They have the perfect read, and at that point, Making Take Nuts. I mean, if they didn't switch it up, they still committed anyways, and yeah, your opponents have full intel on you. It's pretty difficult. This time though, it's just only pistols around for Making Take Nuts, and a few sheriffs spread out here. Shouldn't expect too much. Natty B though trying to beat the Molly, but it's not gonna work out, and Mace only the Ghost. Here comes his teammate with the Guardian, and it's just gonna lock this one down. The objective should be to just try and force a spike plant to get some money here.
Well, it seems like that's gonna be exactly what happens, as they have B set for this take. Though Lazy is coming through very quickly down the rotation, and another quick cheeky peek from EC. No, Lazy once again getting initial pick on B side. being able to stall it for just so little so that the teammates can recoil with them. But Spike will go down,
Spike
as you
planted.
initially mentioned it. That's their main objective, and they've achieved it. So from here on, it's either get additional picks, get those guns out of the way to maybe hinder the economy of Beans Al Dente. Without a doubt, they will have to explode onto side as soon as possible, as time is ticking, and it's of essence.
Good holding by Mace there. Just gonna find that kill for Apathy though. So good so far. I mean, 2 kills already for him in the round, but Super Humble with the only one left alive. It's gonna blind himself. Yeah, it's just a rough scenario to be in there with a little bit of misplay as well. So only 2 guns dropped, but they do get the spike plant money, so that will help their efforts on this bonus round. Beans Al Dente, I mean, that'll be okay. That won't be too dissatisfying considering they only had 3 guns. I mean, they bought 2 Spectres and a Guardian. The rest, I mean, one of them were on a Classic, one of them were on a Ghost. So they lost nothing after that one.
Well, 100%, that was more of an income rather than decrease of it. Still, quite unfortunate by Hippo, overextending his flash there. Of course, aimed for someone to be in CT, but people were already on side, way closer than you would expect. And once again, the cluster of Beans Al Dente on A. A full lobby there. Okay, that is an interesting call to push through. Though not catching it. Okay, never mind. There it is, eating my own words. While Easty burns soul to smitten. There's Ethan. Unfortunately, we'll have to fall to the hands of Spassing and see that there's someone else. A little bit of spam, won't do much, but a Bucky back forward. An upgrade gathered. They can play safely now, they can back up. And push from flank, that's at least what it seems to be the case though. Side once again forfeited, and seems to be the case round after round.
Well, I mean, a few guns given over for Beans Al Dente, so this round's not quite easy. There's one bucket in play, you know, he might, on Bix, who might not really activate, but on the other than that, we do see some rifles, so this isn't quite free McGinty Nutsmo. It's just about how they can hold down the forts. Spax is gonna be left alone really to contend with 3 players here. There is a smoker, but he won't drop a smoke towards heaven to isolate anything. So it will just be dry gunfights the entire way home. But Easy is doing well. That's 4 in the round for him. On for the Easy, the position not known for the last minute mark. And the flash on Super Hippo is good enough to at least secure that kill. But that round got very close just off the back of some Easty hero play. But Megate not swinging one by one, not really conclusive to your efforts.
Lord, Easty, the one-man team almost secured it as well, just so close, barely not getting it. But hey, a 4-piece, you take it. There's literally nothing to add on it. You take whatever you can, and that's what they did here. Oh, there's the infamous flash. Beautiful. But now this is what I do like to see from Megate Nuts. Taking more space around. There's gonna be a commotion in the showers, and there it is. Telepathy will be the one to fall because obviously 2 men ahead of you. Come on, not gonna be easy for you to take it. Spassing, getting some intel here on A.
There.
Mace, quite careful to not overpeak, but hey, once again, as soon as I mention it, there is coming through with the clutch overkill.
Yeah, only 2 members out. I mean, a little bit rough trying to play this default a little bit too deep, I think. I mean, you don't really play a default and you have one walk up deep, A short and deep showers, right? This is why you run a Viper on this map, so you can have an option to walk up A short. Now they'll put 3 on B. They should get the spike plant down uncontested. Easy should just be stalling, waiting. They're not clearing him, but the blind, the paranoia is good enough to get that kill. Now it's up to Beans Al Dente to convert this man advantage here. Unless they can, the other side can put up any resistance to Super Hippo, trying to go for an impact play. The flash should be good to get this kill, and the rest of the teammates will follow through. Lazy on site with Easty. The rest of the members, I mean, they just need to hold down the fort, but they can't. These trades are not going their way. These gunfights, if it's not advantageous, they cannot win it. And now the spike plant is down. Super Hippo left in the clutch again, and Bix will just drop off the spike defuse. And he'll get that kill, so he was just dancing in the nade. So Beans Al Dente had the advantage, lost a few, and got it back instantly.
Yeah, this was quite the round to say the least. Easty was in a very good position that, if I'm not mistaken, it was Easty. Basically sitting in the... What is it even called, this middle part, this container? Is it sitting in a container? I feel like in that tube, that is the one, yeah. Well, sitting in tube and being nearsighted, I feel like the better call is to make few steps forward, because now after the new update and slight nerf to Omen, the range of nearsight, it has been increased, so you can see a lot more, which is why that would have been a great call. But then again, everyone's smart after the war, so it is easier for me to speak. But nonetheless, it was a great round, well executed. Hippo hit the nade like a hero and then fell down. Very fortunate for him. But here it is, once again a default from May Contain Nuts. Okay,
Mace.
Mace.
It's rough. Bro just swings
One
out showers. I
remaining.
mean, they do understand that they're playing against a full eco, so yeah, not too much risk going for this kind of fights early on. They have the money as well, so even they drop a few guns, they can rebuy no problem.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think May Contains Nuts, so far at least from their performance, I could say that it seems their decision making is not entirely thought through. For example, if you are having an eco round, surely you don't want to spread all around the map too much. You want to play off of each other. You want to have the advantage at least of players to have a trade incoming after getting one of me picked up. Oh, but there's gonna be a showstopper coming out from long. Gonna be killed instantly though. One pick nonetheless. A trade, you could call it that way, with a showstopper. So it's worth taking.
Yeah, I mean, you take out Spaz, probably the best player on making Team Nuts. That's a good start of things. And I mean, Thrash will come out here and they'll go towards long, probably catch somebody if possible. Easy hold down the fort. I mean, this is the value of the Gecko ult. It's not about getting a detain or anything. It's about delaying one of the prongs of the attacker's side. You stop the showers and you isolate the hookah push, and then all the members on site can just focus in one area, and it works out perfectly for them. So even if that ult doesn't connect, well, you see the result. They do win that round super cleanly and making Team Nuts completely stopped before they get into the site itself.
Exactly, so besides that, and duels. It's not going well for May Contain Nuts in duels for that. Genuinely, that is the one place where they have to improve. You either play off of each other, or you have to be more confident when you pick that duel. But so far, Beans Al Dente, if there was a statistic about 1v1s and who's won more, it's gonna be Beans Al Dente, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just pretty easy for them. I felt like, you know, Beans Al Dente, everywhere they swing, they just get a pick either way, and it's up to making Team Nuts to trade. And pretty much all the rounds so far, they haven't been able to trade it at least equally, which has resulted in them going down. You know, 1-5. It's 4-round lead. Look at this Mace flash through. Doesn't even hit anyone. Just swings anyways. Again, it's a low buy. The economy is not great. This is what happens when you lose so many rounds in a row. The confidence on Beans Al Dente, it is high flying right now. Super Hot Hippo actually does get a kill back. Walk away, Spastic though. That's a nasty shot onto Easty, who was already hit low, so the 140 dink long range won't matter. Will secure the kill. Now comes the Yoru ult, with Mace holding his standing his ground here, not afraid of any of this pressure. Playing in the smoke, he's 4 bullets left on the magazines, looking to make a hero play. He will swing through the smoke. Can he deny the spike plant? Yes, he can. Now 2 bullets left on the magazine. Won't matter too much. He'll switch to the classic. It's just about the factor of delaying for as long as he can. He will go down finally, but here comes the off of Easty that makes things extremely difficult. Spastic has been good. There's guns around for him to pick up, and he up on Lazy. Won't miss for a second time. And that's 6 rounds for Beans Al Dente.
Beautiful executed round. Genuine defense, simply like a fortress. You can't hit through it. You can't push through it. That was way too good though. This was insane battle by Mace and Spassing there. Kind of a legendary battle though. Of course, Spassing came out with the 3Ps, but Lazy as well. Very well played. That's the thing with Beans Al Dente. They have players that have equal kind of contribution towards the victory of rounds, while in May Contains Nuts, they have few star players, one of them being Spassing. And there's going to be a duel from who are coming out bigs. Genuinely great execution.
That's just rough. I mean, he wasn't even looking there. Had an off angle as well as Basic. Just got put down there. Really, no other words, and that's unfortunate. Making T Nuts losing one of their duelists. This is the advantage of running this comp. You have two others to try and get an entry, but that ult, well, it was just real Natty B in, and that's the smoke out of the round. Lapthy on short will try and do something about it. He'll get two though, so this is pretty good so far. I mean, 3v3. This is doable. Beans Dante does have two ults, very impactful ones. It is op still trained on Heaven. They'll spot out one member, so that information will be relayed over. Spike Plant will be denied, will allow some time for the rotation to come over, and easily they should know where Super Humble Hippo is. Oh, shots are not good for him. No recoil control. He'll go down. Now comes the annihilation. I'm very doubtful he can do anything about that, and so is one left alive on 150 ping playing from Mexico. Won't be able to do much more than that.
Yeah, the Mexican skills won't translate off the bat. Oh, this is a slaughter. This is genuinely a slaughter. 7-1. So far, only one round for Making Nuts. It hurts. It probably hurts their mental and their confidence in its own. There's obviously instant questions that rise up. Oh, there's gonna be a timeout coming through.
That's
like, okay,
first
fair
time
enough.
out of the tournament.
But yeah, I was actually surprised about it as well, because I didn't see none previously, and I thought, maybe we just don't have timeouts. I don't know. Whenever we are in moments where a timeout would help to fix mental, stop the momentum, whatever it is, it was never used up. So this is a bit of a surprise. It's good to see that.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to talk it over. I mean, so far, there's really nothing they can go off of. It just haven't been successful at all in terms of anything they do. I mean, 7-1 scoreline should tell you that, right? On the attacker side, playing triple duelist, you're kind of hinging your entire chance on getting something on the attacker side. And I mean, swapping on defense, you'll have to play extremely aggressively as well, right? And playing single Omen controller is pretty rough on mine, especially hitting sites late A. So the best I can hope for here is just try and, you know, have a little bit more contact calls, try and go together a little bit more, trying to get these kills early on, because so far I feel like they're splitting their team up. It works against them, and being so authentic, the confidence is high, their two usage is good. So these fights that it's always for the pick.
Exactly. It's mostly the way they execute their ideas. For Making Things Nuts, it seems that either they have no idea, or they have an idea but they don't know how to execute it entirely from A to Z. They are lost in translation somewhere in the middle, and this is what hurts them the most. But then again, they still have chance. Maybe this timeout will be the one that change their mindset towards it, as change might come in, and we see more of an aggressive approach. Finally, there's gonna be Hippo. Yeah, little the smoke. A trade coming very quickly through though. Easy. Oh my, that is on fire. Gets a 3-piece though. Shut down by Soul. And there it is, the last one. Telepathy. With a stinger in hands, we'll be able to put up a fight. But against an op, you either take this on a close range, or you will be oh, but lazy. Oh
my god, the timing for both players. This is absolutely insane. They're just gonna walk around each other, missing against an egg coming through just to deny the other angle, to isolate it, make it a little bit easier for the showstopper. That's gonna. Oh no, the dash back to avoid that. What a clutch! But here comes the swing. I mean, it's noted. He's so low with Telepathy, he has time to play with, but up and over, he won't be able to do it. And Lazy made it very difficult for the opponents. I mean, I felt like Telepathy, Vandal v Sheriff, he had the advantage there. But Lazy just made it super difficult for him to do anything about it. This was insane though, being able to avoid this popping the ability in time as a reaction of the sound cue. That's nasty.
That was literally nasty. The way he avoided the showstopper. God, that was quite the play. Beautiful to see. Even if with the criticism that I have given Making Dates Nut, this is genuinely a praise. The great play, great survival. Of course, unfortunately, that wasn't enough, and I had to fall down. But finally, once again, we see an aggression from Making Dates Nut. Popping it onto A side. There's going to be the first pick coming through in Lambs. So the whole team will be continuing the approach onto A, but it's not going to be easy to take it as a Molly and Op double combination there, taking out 2 players. 3 left. Push through this. Not much of a hope, especially Veden is right in front of you with an 8 in the hands, and there it is, the last one coming through. That's quite something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this round they got off to a good start, a good pick. I mean, they just put the bulk of your attacker side, right? Just dump these duelist utility and these duelists onto the side, see what they can do. I mean, it works out well for them too, but then instantly, Easty is just a monster on these side holds, and the rest of the team just doesn't lose these duel. I mean, it feels like every one player of Beans Al Dente is equal to 2 Omega Contain Nuts. It's just getting these multi kills like it's nothing. They don't even need the entire team to beat, you know, a full side take. So, I mean, for Omega Contain Nuts, it's rough. I mean, the calls haven't been bad. It's mostly like just losing these fights straight up.
Exactly, it's the individual strength that lacks the most. They can't win their duels, but when they do play together, when they have 2 players there, then they can capitalize off of it. But then again, I take my words back once again. Big taking 2 players out of hookah with no issue whatsoever. There's gonna be Soul against C or B long. Nothing much you can do there as to fall down. 4 for the round, move on.
In the half.
Clear your heads and continue battling. Oh, this is tragic. This is genuinely a tragic game for them.
Yeah.
Having won only 1 round.
It's rough to watch. I mean, it's just a beatdown, really. What can you say?
Yep.
This is basically what happened last time too. Megan Tain Nuts had a 3-11 scoreline on Vine.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Mace
down.
wanting to pop the ult, try and go for a little bit of a highlight play, and look at it. They're just dumping ult for no reason. They don't even need this one. The 4v1 Spastic's good, but I don't think he's good enough for this one. Yeah, I mean, last time Megan Tain Nuts played against Goat Killers on Bind, it was a 3-11 scoreline. I mean, I thought maybe they have a... Oh, sorry, it was on Corrode. Maybe they have a, you know, a Fnatic moment. They crawled it back off the back of Goat Killers throwing around, but at the end of the day, it just didn't matter. The gap was just too massive, and yeah, Goat Killers beat them out. For now, the situation is looking similar for Beans Al Dente as well.
It is for sure. That's the thing. You have 2 rounds until a win for Beans Al Dente, and obviously if they get this pistol round, you can say GG's, we move on to Corrode. So that's all they need to do. But for Omega Contain Nuts, it's the same situation. You get that pistol round, that might be the key towards victory. But the way they play, well, with their comp itself, I'm gonna be honest, with their comp, defense is gonna be shabby. They can play aggressive, they can contest, but I don't have much faith. Unfortunately, I am not the best believer in this comp.
Yeah, not can't really do anything really. We all quote the Naturals by saying, you know, don't stop believing, but I don't think that song really applies here. Hippo though, I mean, that's fine. Eaton, that's the lurker taken out, so again, it won't be too much impact, though EC can't of course go down. Here's his Soul Smoker, but look at this, the collapse is going to come through. Mace is here to try and support. It's all up to Spastic to find something, and both of the attackers, at least in terms of pushing from the defense, goes out completely. Hippo's been good.
Spike down.
He's the hero of this round. He's
remaining.
doing everything he can, and the rest of the team will finally answer his beckoning, answer his calling. But now, I mean, it's a nasty gunfight. It's not going to work out. None of them have their gun out, and they're missing shots as well. And Natty B, who's 1 HP. Oh no, a 3v1, and they can't even convert it.
Match point.
Oh, that is not it. In a 1v3, you throw it like that. That's insane. Oh, but yeah, I think we can stop it here. We can move on to Corrode. Have it a different map, different mindset, right? Maybe that's all they need, honestly. Because so far, Bind is not it, and even so, I didn't address it previously, but knowing how Corrode wasn't the strongest pick for, or strongest map for May Contains Not, I'm not sure why they chose the map, why they picked it. Also here is Spasic, the initial information from Short, won't be able to transfer it into a pig, but nonetheless, turning your backs towards Short is not the call at all. And that is gonna be easy. With the 2Bs all together, that's gonna be more than enough.
They just set them up perfectly to get double attacks on two sides there. I mean, they walk into the in that scenario, they probably selected the worst option, you know, a multiple choice question, E, B, C, D, and they select F, you know, just go ahead and kill us with absolutely nothing going back the other way. And well, it's the only one player left alive, and Natty B hasn't been that great this map either. He'll just get consolation kills, try and pad his stats. But it will be easy to close it out with another 4K. Great performance from Easty and Mace, I think, just individually speaking. But as a team, there's just no hope for May Contains Nuts and Beans Al Dente. Well, they've cooked them to perfection. Beans over Nuts for this map, as we close it out 13-1.
13-1. That is crazy. We've seen the ones before. We've seen 13-11. Those are double digits, double ones. But 13-1. Quite. Yeah. Not it.
So
not
going
it.
pie there,
But
3-14. Not it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. That is true. For so well, the excuse is that it's Mexico, right? The ping is high.
Yeah.
There's actually 180 right now in the lobby. That is. Jesus Christ. And I know how it feels to play on a high ping, and that is not fun. It is pain in the cheeks. But oh well, we will have another map, so of course it doesn't end just on Bind with this very amazing performance, 13-1. We will have another one, Corrode. Anything can change, new map, new mindset, as I said. So we'll go on a quick break and then showcase what happens next.
Position not over the last minute to get that kill. Now it's up to Beans Identity to convert this man advantage here. Unless it can, the other side can put up any resistance to Palmer Hippo, trying to go for an impact play. The flash should be good to get this kill, and the rest of the teammates will follow through. Lazy on site with Easty. The rest of the members, I mean, they just need to hold down the fort, but they can't. These trades are not.
I'll hate the nade like a hero and then fell down. Very unfortunate for him. But here it is, once again a default from May Contain Nuts. Okay,
That's just,
Mace.
It's just rough. Bro just swings out showers. I mean,
remaining.
they do understand that they're playing against a full eco, so not too much risk going for. That's a good start of things. And I mean, Thrash will come out here and they'll go towards long, probably catch somebody if possible. Easy hold down the fort. I mean, this is the value of the Gecko ult. It's not about getting a detain or anything. It's about delaying one of the prongs of the attacker's side. You stop the showers and you isolate, even hit anyone, just swings anyways. Again, it's a low buy. The economy is not great. This is what happens when you lose so many rounds in a row. The confidence on Beats Dente, it is high flying right now. Super Hard Hippo actually does get a kill back. Will walk away. Spastic though, that's a nasty shot onto Easty, who was already low to the 140 dink. Long range won't matter. Will secure the kill. Now comes the Yoru ult, but Mace holding his standing his ground here, not afraid of any of this pressure. Playing in the smoke. He's 4 bullets left on the magazines, looking to make a hero play. He will swing through the smoke. Can he deny the spike plant? Yes, he can. Now 2 bullets left on the magazine. Won't matter too much. He'll switch to the smoke. Can he deny the spike plant? Yes, he can. Now 2 bullets left on the magazine. Won't matter too much. He'll switch to the classic. It's just about the factor of delaying for as long as he can. He won't go down finally, but here comes the off of Easty that makes things extremely difficult. Spastic has been good. There's guns around for him to pick up, and he up on Lazy. Won't miss for a second time. Some time for the rotations to come over, and Easty, they should know where Super Hippo is. Oh, the shots are not good for him. No recoil control. He'll go down. Now comes the annihilation. I'm very doubtful he can do anything about that, and so is one left alive on 150.
Hinder the economy of Beans Al Dente. Without a doubt, they will have to explode onto side as soon as possible, as time is ticking, and it's of essence.
Good holding by Mace there. Just gonna find that kill for Apathy though. So good so far. I mean, 2 kills already for him in the round, but not quite easy. Just 1 bucket in play. You know, he might on Bix, who might not really activate, but on the other than that, we do see some rifles. So This isn't quite free Megateam Nuts, man. It's just
There.
about how they can hold down the forts. Spax is gonna be left alone really to contend with 3 players. Here, there is a smoker, but he won't drop a smoke towards heaven. Quite free Megateam Nuts, man. It's just
There.
about how they can hold down the forts. Spax is gonna be left alone really to contend with 3 players. Here, there is a smoker, but he won't drop a smoke towards heaven to isolate anything. So it will just be dry gunfights the entire way home. But Easy is doing well. That's 4 in the round for him. On for the Easy in the position, not known for the last minute to get that kill. And now it's up to Beans Identity to convert this man advantage here. Unless the other side can put up any resistance to Palmer Hippo trying to go for an impact play. The flash should be good to get this kill, and the rest of the teammates will follow through. Lazy on site with Easty. The rest of the members, I mean, they just need to hold down the fort, but they can't. These trades are not.
I'll hit the nade like a hero and then fell down. Very unfortunate for him. But here it is, once again a default from May Contain Nuts. Okay,
That's
Mace.
it's just rough. Bro just swings
One
out showers. I
enemy
mean,
remaining.
they do understand that they're playing against a full eco, so yeah, not too much risk going for that. That's a good start of things. And I mean, Thrash will come out here and they'll go towards long, probably catch somebody if possible. Easy holding on the fort. I mean, this is the value of the Gecko ult. It's not about getting a detain or anything. It's about delaying one of the prongs of the attacker's side. You stop the showers and you isolate. Even hit anyone, just swings anyways. Again, it's a low buy. The economy is not great. This is what happens when you lose so many rounds in a row. The confidence on Vita Dente, it is high flying right now. Super Hippo actually does get a kill back. Will walk away. Spastic though, that's a nasty shot onto Easty, who was already low, so the 140 dink long range won't matter. Will secure the kill. Now comes the Euro ult, but Mace holding his standing his ground here, not afraid of any of this pressure. Playing in the smoke, he's 4 bullets left on the magazines, looking to make a hero play. He will swing through the smoke. Can he deny the spike plant? Yes, he can. Now 2 bullets left on the magazine. Won't matter too much. He'll switch to the smoke. Can he deny the spike plant? Yes, he can. Now 2 bullets left on the magazine. Won't matter too much. He'll switch to the classic. It's just about the factor of delaying for as long as he can. He won't go down finally, but here comes the off of Easty that makes things extremely difficult. Spastic has been good. There's guns around for him to pick up, and he up on Lazy. Won't miss for a second time. Some time for the rotations to come over, and Easty, they should know where Super Hippo is. Oh, the shots are not good for him. No recoil control. He'll go down. Now comes the annihilation. I'm very doubtful he can do anything about that, and so is one left alive on 150.
Hinder the economy of Beans Al Dente. Without a doubt, they will have to explode on the side as soon as possible, as time is ticking, and it's of essence.
Good holding by Mace there. He's gonna find that kill for Apathy though. So good so far. I mean, 2 kills already for him in the round, but not quite easy. There's 1 bucket in play. You know, he might on Bix, who might not really activate, but on the other than that, we do see some rifles. So this isn't quite free Megateam Nuts, man. It's just about how they can hold down the forts. Spax is gonna be left alone really to contend with 3 players. Here, there is a smoker, but he won't drop a smoke towards heaven. Quite free Megateam Nuts, man. It's just about how they can hold down the forts. Spax is gonna be left alone really to contend with 3 players. Here, there is a smoker, but he won't drop a smoke towards heaven to isolate anything. So it will just be dry gunfights the entire way home. But Easy is doing well. That's 4 in the round for him. On for the Easy in the position, not known for the last minute to get that kill. And now it's up to. Welcome back, everybody, to the Beans Identity vs Megateam Nuts match, the first match of today's agenda for STM number 7. This is, of course, an elimination matchup in the lowest brackets. Who loses this goes out. Their journey for the tournament ends here. And as it looks, it's not much positives for Megateam Nuts.
Doesn't look positive at all. Quite negative while at it, because that bind map was not it. Simply performance-wise, unfortunately for May Contains Nuts, it ended with 13-1, with them losing it. With that kind of loss, it's very difficult to transition into next game and into next map and have that positivity wholeheartedly, because obviously you just had a devastating loss. So obviously you start questioning what's wrong, where did we go wrong, what do we have to improve on, how did we end up in this situation. So of course, now that they had time to think it through, maybe we'll see a different outcome on Corrode, even though, as we discussed previously, it might not be the case, but anything can happen, based on at least the past performances.
Yeah, definitely anything can happen. Lost by 13-6. They lost Corot 13-11, but it wasn't that close. The scoreline does kind of deceive you. So interesting that they do go back to the Corot pick. I mean, I think it just feels like, I mean, last time they also picked Corot, so probably they just feel like this is their best map, and even if they lost, it was just like, okay, it's our best map. Best we can do is just, you know, fix the issues that we've seen, and just hope that it works out. For Beans Al Dente, of course, they also play Corot. They lost this map 13-11. It was a lot closer compared to the result against Gold Killer for Blade Contained. So we'll see how this one works out. I think it'll be a little closer, but I won't be believing in Make Contained until I see something special come out from them.
Yeah, exactly. They will have to come up with something special. That's without a doubt. But at least this time they're not taking anything as special as a 3 duelist comp, especially for Corrode, where you have so much space, and having those 3 duelists, it would not be it. But still, I do love seeing both teams having a relatively similar comps to an extent. Of course, 3 of those agents being the same. Now Clove coming in instead of in an Omen, and then yeah, it's just Deadlock and Chamber. Although Chamber is something you saw before, so was it Natty B playing previously the same way? Also, was it also a Chamber?
Well, Natty B is a sub to replace Adam
he's the
for
sub.
Making Teen Nuts. Yeah, so not played last time. But last time Making Teen Nuts also ran this comp, the same comp basically. Yoru, Waylay, Clove, and Chamber. So they didn't change anything. So Natty B just fitting in and replace Adam. Although I think Adam might have been on Jet, but you know, similar roles anyway. It shouldn't be nothing too crazy. And for Beans Al Dente, I think it's also the same situation, same scenario.
Exactly. I do love these comps. These 2 comps are great, and especially after seeing BCT Waylay performance on Corrode, I really like that pick as its own. And there it is, a very aggressive push off the bat, off the start. Though not gonna be able to destroy that wall quite quickly, but Lazy will be found by 3 players in a line. Oh bloody hell, that would have been quite something if he could have aligned them, have a 3-piece from the starters. But I would assume it was a surprise. You peek out and suddenly, oh boy, 3 players in front of me, what to do? Though there's gonna be also for Easty the same situation, or at least similar, that was able to quickly retrace the stabs without losing much. Not even a health drop, to be honest.
Oh, interesting. I mean, the spike is towards A. Means Thalapathy might be sent to his death here just to try and sell fake. That will look like to be the call. I mean, Beans Al Dente, they do bite here. So Thalapathy, he needs to just run down into side and die himself. He can't really just wait. He's looking to do that. Won't find anything, but it's just about securing the spike plants. Means Al Dente, they take the bait.
30 seconds
Should
left.
be a plant and then a 3v3 post plant. So, Make It Nuts. This is potentially an opportunity for them to win their first pistol in the tournament.
Well, just a moment ago, Soul got scared from his own teammates shooting, or at least it seemed like it. It's a bit of a misinput. Okay, but this is going to be an aggressive approach there from CT. All 3 players from Beans Al Dente coming through a battle through smokes. Not going to be much of an efficient, but running out of it, it's not going to be either. Mace getting those 2-piece and bigs to put a lid on it.
That's just bad. I mean, the way they played that. Soul had the correct idea. I mean, as soon as a contact on site is made, you're supposed to jump out of the smoke to support your teammates, right? They wouldn't have 3 people training in the smoke. But the way it worked out is the players on site, they swing, they get a few shots off, and they instantly hide like this, and then Soul has to run into 3 people looking at the smoke, all back of the footsteps, and it's just bad. It's just 1 by 1. You're not setting up your teammates for success there. You gotta just have a little bit more confidence, play together, fight together.
That works.
And that's, I feel like, is the biggest struggle for May Contain Nuts, that they don't properly play together. That has been the case for Bind, and so it seems, at least it's evolving into it on Corrode. Though Lazy, not checking corners.
Mid.
Lord, can't stress enough how important it is to check your corners, no matter how confident you are that someone's not going to be there. is rather check it than regret not checking it.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry.
Exactly. Exactly that. But still, equal odds on both teams. 4 players alive. So anything can happen here, and easily with an aggressive approach onto. wasn't sure where that one is coming from. No.
Yeah, because the scat is just bad. I mean, this is just a bad scat, so you don't expect your teammates to throw it there. Yeah. Okay, Mace, great angle though. I mean, a Spectre is perhaps not the best weapon for a shot angle like that, but it does get one and a little bit of chip on Natty B. And look at this Easty wrapping all the way. They've declared B not viable anymore, and the defense, well, they know exactly where they are, set up perfect to delete everyone alive, and I'm left alive. Hippo might be caught a little bit out of water here.
Oh, 100%. It's going to be a caught of God. Without a doubt. He's not going to be expecting this.
Knife,
oh, knife.
maybe?
Please, knife. Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, no! Oh, no! Not the right click! No! It's mid-movement. You're not supposed to right click. You're supposed to left click. Oh, no.
That would have been
rough.
Beautiful. Oh,
That's
so
how you don't.
close.
That's why you don't actually shoot him, and you have to, you just hold the angle or even go down if needed to bait your teammates on the knife. But the shooting startled Hippo. But yeah, this is. That's. Oh.
Yeah.
Hell,
So it was a great play, though.
impatience as well. Yeah, it's just a little bit too hasty on the knife kill. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, I suppose.
Not really. They got the round. That was all they needed. Of course, losing a player there, forfeiting an orb for Yoru, that opens more of a room for them to utilize it sooner than later. The great approach on B from Beans Al Dente. I love the aggression there. They've kind of got caught, well, not really off guard, more of a, they weren't able to retaliate when that was Judgment Day who approached them from it. But now that they express that aggression, I would love to see that. And here are the players falling one after another. It's only 3 left. And oh, someone's gonna be caught here in the
remaining.
Oh,
There's Ethan.
it's just relentless on the dink as well. Wow, okay, so we needed that one out. But yeah, it's just. That round looked pretty much no hope for Megateam Nuts. I mean, every gunfight went the way of Beans Al Dente. I mean, a lot of these gunfights are just 1v1 50-50, but it just feels like being that they swing and they don't even get a single bullet tacked onto them. So that's a little bit just really rough, I think, for Megateam Nuts. I mean, look at this, Mace on the Yoru. I mean, usually Mace is playing the Fade instead, but it's swapping the roles around. It just tells you one thing, that they don't really care. They're confident that they can close this one up pretty easily, and I mean, it's looking like that.
Bring them down.
That's the thing, you build up confidence through action, you build the proof up, and that's exactly what's happening here. Easty might get a 1, maybe even 2. If anyone pushes through, that's gonna be the case, but no, gets shut down by a trade there. Spassing. We've seen him in action before. Biggs as well, getting a 2-piece though. Spassing once again, shutting down those 2 aggressors. And so the 2 players left, Natty and Spassing.
Last player standing.
Oh, but Mace, the better duelist here. With greater accuracy. Spassing, the last player. Does acknowledge the clone. Once again, in a very tricky position here.
Oh, good shots. Whoa. I mean, off the ace here. Time is plenty. Does swing down through. That's a good shot on Lazy. Lazy has not been good so far, and that's another ace job that he shouldn't have. Now Spastic. Uh-oh, this is on. It's a potentially a 1v5 ace clutch going on here, and that's all rests on the shoulder of Mace. The captain stuck this one. He'll get the spike plant down, and here's the funny thing. He goes, even if he goes down, he has a revive available because he's 1 away. So this is not easy for Mace.
The ult is online. That's all. That's easy. Oh no! How?
Oh my God!
How does that happen? That was way too close to comfort for Spassing especially. But Mace.
Oh no, he does expect this, and now the angle's really tricky for Mace. Can he clear this? He does, but it's not clean. He's 1 HP. He needs to run away. He will do so with the TP. I mean, the fake TP as well. Spastic, I mean, he just has to swing this angle, and Oh no, this time for him to revive, and he does get the kill, and it will be an ace clutch. Spastic has played that one to perfection, and Mace, that's a mistake on his side. Oh no, Beans Al Dente has thrown that round into the sewers.
Oh, horribly so. Though for Spastic on the other hand, that's a confident boost if I've ever seen one. Getting an ace, winning the round, what else do you want from a single person? There's nothing you can ask for. Literally nothing. He got all the players that he needed to. He planted the spike, played it well, timely manner. Listen, that is an MVP right there so far for this map. Of course, anything can change. There's still so many rounds ahead of us. But without a doubt, there's going to be an aggression. Auburn Mace not going to be able to capitalize much. The trade coming through. Equal loss for everyone. And he can go anyway. The trade after trade. For both teams, it's a great play. Little Big's hindered.
Last player standing.
Oof. And it's only Easty. Everything's in his hands and on his shoulders.
They might not expect this. Oh, Beastie goes with Beastie and Reiner. I mean, he's been good so far in this series. Last control players in the tournaments, but telepathy is there to secure this one. So May contain nuts finally. A round that it felt like they had a good chance to win it, and they do convert finally. So they make it 3-2, and they make a statement. You know, when we might be beaten, but we're not down and out of it quite just yet.
And they've got more rounds than they did in the first game. That's already a win in their books.
Oh no, that's yikes.
3-2. That's already something. They might be able to actually retaliate here. So perchance they have learned something from yesterday's map. Oh. Not entirely sure about that play to flash the lefty. Maybe rushed a little bit. I do love the cheekiness there from Lazy. Well, obviously not gonna catch anyone just yet. So there it is. Oh!
Oh my god! He doesn't see it! And he gets another kill through the Prowler? That is just absolutely insane. Soul should not have died there. He shot him through the Prowler. That is funny business. The Prowler was biting him, so that had an iframe moment where the Prowler was actually not shootable, so the bullet phased through it. That is... yikes. May contain that. I mean, they win this round, but it felt like Beans Al Dente. I mean, they had an opportunity for a thrifty there.
They had, but so they blundered it. It's... that was simply insane. Hippo not being aware of Lazy in that corner. It's absolutely cinematic piece right there. You just see how Lazy was
full blind here as well.
Patiently. Yeah, exactly. So of course he had no idea that someone ran past, but then noticing that Hippo there.
Look at this.
Getting vandal off of it.
Oh my god.
That was a great pick. That was a genuinely great pick there. But now coming on to the next round, 7th in this map, and it's going to be full aggression, or at least full team towards B. Against the Deathlock and Fate, they have everything that they would possibly need to take it, but of course seems like they might be going back. Possibly a good call, but the space is taken by Beans. So they can't blunder this. Mace offering his face for them to see, getting more action towards him so that the opponents don't really check Easty. Possibly. That would be the idea behind it for me. Oh, that's gonna be exactly what they don't expect. Easty, so nasty. 2-piece, and there's the paranoia. TP coming through as well. No one's.
Oh, they won't clear it. Yeah, the audio
not.
cue is denied by the paranoia, so they won't have an idea of the repositioning of the TP, and now the rest of the team can try and start to filter in this double prong pressure from Lazy as well. It's just going to be too much, and now the tsunami wave collapses, and they just can't do anything. Easy with a 3K on a Bulldog, and it doesn't matter at all. A flawless round after what felt like a string of good results will May contain nuts. They are shot down in the water.
Yeah, when you think that they have gained the momentum, when they have gained what it takes to push forward, they completely falter. They fall down. It is unfortunate for them, though, of course. But the game doesn't end here. There's a lot more to it. But nonetheless, Beans Al Dente doing what they know they do the best. Capitalizing off
you want to play? Let's
each
play.
other, playing off of each other most importantly. And there is Hippo with an ult coming through. I really do hope he's gonna be able to capitalize it better here, but there's Easty once again.
Oh no, these fights are just super messy. I mean, Biggs are going huge there, 3k. Gonna pop the revive for Spastic, but that's a signal coming through over Beans and then just to give it up. Don't give him the kill, but actually lazy on the operator. It's gonna get taken out. That makes it a 2v3 and the Twitter voice is online. Easty has been good so far. He missed the kill on the CT angle, but it's gonna find this one's Telepathy a bit too forward, a bit too aggressive, and now the Dimensional Drift should confirm everything that can. Easy though, TPing off the back of that. A little bit too early, and it all rests on the shoulder of Mace, and he will miss finally, and Natty B finds the kill for all. Make it nuts. I mean, signs of life.
Yeah, that was a round of a lot of commotion, a lot of confusion there. Seems like Mace slightly panicked there on the Natty B. Wasn't really confident in his gunfight and the duel, which of course was a very important one in order to take the round. Nonetheless, seems like May Contain Nuts have found what works for them to an extent at least. So maybe we can expect them to get more rounds, though once again offering their aggression towards B and having few players to contest space on mid is exactly what I want to see more from them. Because they're leaving too much for Beans to take. And Beans are as shameless as they can get. Oh, but there's gonna be the first pick in mid. As I said, shameless as ever. Not gonna forfeit a single plot of land. And there's, oh my days. That's a great trade, but Mace unfortunately caught with his pants down there in mid. Mid jump as well.
It's an instant trade. I mean, even if they get that kill, doesn't matter at the end of the day. I mean, every single trade going the way of Contain Nuts, and the crossfires, the line of sights are just intersected, interconnected, and well, gives him a fifth that really felt like Contain Nuts did not put up any resistance.
Not at all. Nada. Zilch. Though they need to work on to more of a getting that, either get that space, genuinely commit to that space gathering, or leave mid alone and commit to one side. Because so far it seems quite half-assed. They're holding themselves heavily back, seemingly waiting for someone to peek them, and then when it happens, it's them peeking, and that didn't go well for them. But in return, Mace get a 2-piece. There's Easty full flash though. That's not going to be anything here because Natty B last player alive, and Mace closing out the round with a 4-piece. Beautifully executed and great move on towards the next round.
Yeah, I mean, Contain Nuts say money's going to be cooked as well off the back of that. I mean, both teams have the idea to just go fast here, and on defense, it's a lot easier to find impact against unexpected attackers. Exactly just that, just clean util overall, good overlapping ideas, right? They understand the angles, their responsibilities, what util is to use in what phase. First they throw the paranoia, and then comes the Euro flash, and then comes the hindrance, and then comes the second flash. And Nuts now stingers only. It's gonna be a little rough, even if they decide to.
Face your fear!
No, the side is going to be there to take, and the two ults coming through from Contain Nuts catch completely no one. And that you could almost call a waste, although they did clear space, and now they know that they can obviously take over the whole side. But here, Telepathy might catch a 1, maybe even a 2, but the Hound is going to be catch it instead, or the Prowler. So trade coming through. 2 players left on Beans. Not much that he can do with Mace. We've seen him excel in these kind of spots. So if anyone can do it, it's got to be him. With a Vandal in hands. Greater gun though, and that'd be shutting him down. 3-piece to close it.
Last round before the switch.
I mean, Contain Nuts, I don't know. I mean, it was just hitting the open side and holding down the fort. The stingers then became useful. It's a little bit questionable. I think Beans out into leaving A fully open like that, playing retake. It might have just been a little bit of a miscommunication in terms of the assignments of roles, right? We saw no util towards there. Usually, you stack B and mid, you definitely have at least a deadlock in A, but they can have it. Well, they take the punishment for their mistake. Now, round's a little bit slower. More default look. We haven't seen this from Make and Take Nuts. We've seen it once, and then they got cooked by a mid push. I remember the Easty 3K this exact same position. The setup is looking to do the exact same thing again.
Yeah, well, you would think that they might expect him to be there. It is great information to gather, though, of course, as they're running back. Here's Easty. Once again, as I said, you would expect them to know, and Spasic seems like he knew. Well, Lazy's also there. Once again, as soon as you commit to something like that, of such kind of tactic where you huddle up in a corner and then catch someone off guard, they will be aware of that. Even if it's not the first player, the second player, most certainly. And Ethan, there's going to be the Soul, the Mexican player, getting a two-piece, though everything's in Hippo's hands, and he does excel in that duel, so the 3 versus 1 or 2. Although, I predicted 1, I guess, as Spasic takes Mace down, but Biggs, once again, one of those star players on Beans al Dente.
Spike planted.
Being caught means no audio cues, no information. Where is anyone, though? Oh,
One enemy remaining.
there it is.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, he's gonna be able to get swing over them, but the third one with a classic. Oh!
Oh my god! No! What the hell? What has just happened?
Not even.
Absolutely unbelievable. How was this allowed to occur? Biggs had no opportunities. A 1v4, and then somehow, some way, here we go. Then kicks the revive, and then the trade is not there. I mean, Soul was not ready for it. All the shots missed, and knife out. He still realizes, wait, I have 2 bullets left, and the right click seals the deal. Oh my god.
That's insane. But it also seems like he kind of successfully baited the opponent to go for either a slower matchup or maybe consider the knife, so of course he faltered a little bit. Still, that's insane. Those kind of rounds should not exist. That should not have happened. But then again, we all witnessed it with our own eyes. I guess that is indeed the truth.
Well, I mean, Schrodinger's law. I mean, if I close my eyes, then the round exists in a, a quantitative state of mind. It doesn't exist unless I open my eyes. So, I'd like to forget that one if possible.
Maybe also for everyone on the field, it's better to forget about it.
Oh.
But two of them falling in mid is a high price to pay there. So even if they get the trade, this is a tricky situation or a spot to be in. The spike will go down, but so will Mace, and it's only Easty left with the Sheriff in his hands. Oh, but not going to be able to retaliate much as Passing takes it to his own hands.
Oh, there we go. Make and Take Nuts takes the first pistol for their team in the tournament. So, off to a good start here in the second half. Make and Take Nuts definitely looks a lot better and team rejuvenated. I think it's just a matter of confidence, right? Just we would go for these swings, go for these fights a little bit better, go for these trades. Definitely benefit them so far, and a close scoreline is their reward. I think Beans al Dente made it a little bit, like in terms of errors, just perhaps a little bit too overconfident. We'll see how this one works out as we go into the second round with Bucky by an Easty. It's interesting. It's a full by on the other side. Outlaw, Judge, Guardian. Well, this might be a little bit rough scenario to try and push into for Beans al Dente here.
Yeah, a lot of guns to abuse there. Having a Judge, having a Bucky, having an Outlaw. All those guns are the ones that are getting abused the most. It's gonna be the first duel though between Hippo and Mace, so I thought at least. There's a flash. It's gonna spread all out. Beans are on both sides. There's gonna be the first one by Natty. Not sure if Natty noticed that Spike was there as well. Might have been the case though. Of course, a quick reconnection with their team.
Anyone else?
Okay,
One enemy remaining.
I was running out of ammo.
Doesn't matter because Hippo's got 2 and his teammates I mean, they should be free for Eaton. He's scared of another swing.
Okay.
We'll kind of get that kill, but 1v4, it's doubtful. Really. Oh, knife out though. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh my god. Okay, there comes the judge. That one out.
Yeah, I think maybe Ethan forgot that he had also a Bucky, or maybe he simply panicked. I mean, if someone catches you off guard like that, of course you panic a little bit. But with the Bucky, it would have been slightly better. It was a closed space right there in lane. Unfortunate for him. So this by Hippo ran out of ammo, just so close to getting a 3-piece there. Very unfortunate. Well, here's once again something we've seen before with Beans al dente. Playing slightly back, slightly up. Here's that flash and instantly realize, yeah, nah, I am not risking my judge right here, right now. Alright, that dip.
Well, I did feel like if he stuck around, I mean, the judge could have definitely found impact. That angle was just super rough, even if you connect with the flash strike and just hold mouse one. But yeah, I mean, he opts for the safer option here. But if they do hit B, they're running into a chamber. That's the outlaw, and Josh is on sight. It's definitely not going to be easy. They do spot him out, but here comes the Josh up close. The TB to come through for EC is going to be the first point of contact. The rest of the team filters in. Will they expect it? No, the Outlaw finds a kill. The TB over. It's not clear, but Spastic is here to support. And the rest of the team, wow, they're doing a good enough job at least to make it equal numbers. And look at this, Lazy and Eaton, 10 HP each. And Homie can say nuts, lower weapons won't really matter.
Yeah, at this point, even classics are more than enough. Truly more than enough, as such low health. There's nothing you can really do unless you get a one tap off the bat. There's going to be a trade. That's exactly what happens here. Somehow survives it. And Lazy's with 3Ps and around. Nonetheless, it was a great play, and that's what you want to do in the situation where you have barely any health. Play together, or at least play off of each other.
I mean, it's just, I feel like it's just so not clearing it correctly here. It's just what it is. Like, you see the gun barrel, yeah, it's just rough, and the swing off as well. I mean, they had an opportunity to make it a 2v1 for the player on site for Eaton, but unable to do so. So now, the mistakes coming out, and Beans al dente to get that round.
Well, you would assume that they will get that.
Yeah, I mean, at least I think making things the best thing for them now is their confidence is high. Like, look at this. I don't think we have seen anything like this yesterday where they just walk down and try and contact them and get a fight, and they convert. They do here, and Beans al dente. I have a tendency, the more they lose, the slower they play, and kind of running into this trap of being snowballed here.
Yeah, but this round is very well played by Mace. It's finally nice to see them play off of each other, playing those. Instead of giving 1v1s, they actually do a 1v2, which was something they lacked on Bind. So it's great to see the difference and the change now. It seems like they are adapting and learning from their mistakes. While a duel is won by Biggs. There's going to be a battle in mid, though. Spassing comes out victorious out of that one. And now it's only Biggs left, but even so, not for long.
Well, I mean, they can stringing a few rounds together here. Good ones as well, just playing a little bit more proactive, finding these picks early. It's paying off for them, and well, they're not out of this one just yet. They're looking to at least extend this to the third map if possible.
Well, to be honest, it seems possible now. If initially when we went to Integral Road, I thought, well, probably this is going to be a 2-0. There's no way Make and Day Nuts can generally come back from the first map. Oh, well, we've seen this before. We've seen this approach, though this time, instead of an actual aggression, there's nothing to capitalize off of except for Hippo, who gets one. Though not enough, as trade after trade comes through and no player advantages here gone. There's 3 players on both teams, so of course the odds are in both of the teams' favors. Nonetheless, it was a great pick by Hippo there, which I did not expect. And I thought they're gonna capitalize onto that initial hindrance more.
Oh, they're not
Though
gonna
maybe it was a good call.
capitalize. It's interesting. I mean, the guns are fully available here. I mean, Lazy pops a dash as well, so I mean, there's opportunities to just go in and clear angles, but I would abandon it instead to go for the safe option, not risk exposing themselves and still play with all the weapons. I mean, they've already gotten 2 kills, so the more kills you find, even if it's equal numbers, the better it is for the side with the worst economy, because reduce the chances
30
of
seconds
suffering,
left.
you know, finding the bulk of a bigger economy. I don't know, go back to the A option. So now they're able to pick up these weapons with no resistance. They'll hit the site with only 1 defender here. Spasic needs to put up huge numbers. He's not being cleared quite just yet. Lazy. We've seen this before. He's going to get punished once again. Oh, and Biggs is not there. The time is just dwindling. That leaves Mace alone in the 1v3. The rest of the cavalry is here. Just no time left. He needs to get these kills, and Spasic will make sure he'll find none.
Indeed he will. Indeed he will. That was very well played. Well executed round. And this is a different May Contains not than before. I do not recognize these guys. I don't understand what has happened, what has clicked. Spazzing out as well, turning on his aimbot and getting every single one of them wherever is possible. But the tides have turned. Completely.
I feel like this is a difference between Sardente as well. They're just not really as confident. The calls are a little bit questionable. They're hesitant at times. You know, they're not committing. Kind of worried about the May Contain Nuts comeback. Really, I mean, they should be playing more confidence in the rounds that they did right on defense. It worked out for them, and now it's the other side that's stringing rounds together off the back of good momentum and just good decision making. They're hyped up, they're confident, they're not scared of anything, and their team changed completely. And for being Sardente, they've just mentally shut down a little bit here.
They are 100%. They're giving once again way too much space for enemies to take, and May Contain not. They're not shy. They will do whatever they have to do to take that space. And which is why, of course, they instantly knew that this is going to be an A push, and they're spazzing. We've seen him before. We've seen him do this. Oh, but so the Mexican Beast. And the Hippo, of course, not to be forgotten. That's... Yeah, I feel like Beans Al Dente, they're genuinely blundering their rounds. Because even initially, at the start of the round, previous, Ethan was way too far away from the barrier. So either you hold an angle and maybe patiently wait for someone to come through, or be a little bit more aggressive with that space, rather, because there needed to be some sort of balance of it all, but it seemed like slightly too late, slightly rushed, and then in the end you swing and you get picked by one, losing space there, then losing space in mid. So just an escalation of all of it. Okay. Great thing by spazzing in mid off the bat. Very quick one. Oh, but Easty gonna be able to get a one there. Spazzing though, not gonna be dropping down just yet. As he does get one. Oh, jumping out early, but that's not enough. Still. Fair play, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Spasic just finding impact. He holding his ground. They mid, they push through, try and get him. I mean, Easty, good TP, honestly, catching this one out, but then the rest of the team is getting caught one by one, swinging, not together, and yeah, it's just rough. This 7 bullets on the Stinger, running gun. What can you do there?
Yeah, if you don't have a full mag on Stinger, then just drop it. Rather pick out a classic or whatever your secondary weapon is than having those 7 bullets. That's maybe not enough. But Mace coming through, scouting, pulls out a Wolf Call 1. And this is what I wanted to see previously from Hippo, showing where the player is, though even so it's not going to be enough. But Easty, the initial pick, opening the side completely for them to take. Spike is going to finally go down. Oh, but Deadlock's ult. Not finding a single soul, though 2 players are there. Link and 2 players from CT. There's gonna be the first battle.
That's a good setup. Great setup there. It's going to be able to find those kills, and now out comes the push through CT. The aggression is going to pay off once again. So finally, we see signs of life for Beans Al Dente. Proactivity is the name of the game, and they find the impact. It's all about a reactionary play, right? Look at this one, stopping the B link with a clove Q there. The nade comes through as soon as the push in mid comes in, sets up Eaton nicely as the players are low to get the fights, and then the push through CT with the prowlers. It just works out nicely for them. It's all about getting more space, playing just one step forward than where the positioning is. And they finally, finally they do find the impact, and they stop the 4-round streak from continuing further.
And that's what you need in these spots as well. There's telepathy, gathering information and intel. Natty already pushed up. Spike has been spotted. Unless both teams also possess 3 ults, and there's going to be the first one coming through. A flash afterwards. Oh, but Easty, that is a great spot. A ballsy ult to say the least, but a great spot though. Telepathy will be able to fight back, but not for long, as Bix's dad to shut him down, and only one player left. It's going to be Hippo.
This is where the Euro nerf comes in. You can't flash out of your ult, so ult can't be used in these clutch scenarios. You just have to pick these dry fights and hopefully find somebody to eat a nade in hand. That's an easy target to pick up, and now 1v2. Might be tempted to bait out the convergent on the other side and something as well. Oh, that's not how you're supposed to use the ult. Yikes.
Yeah, what was that? What was the idea behind it is what I don't really understand. The ult I would understand, although as well one versus 2. I mean, gather information and pick your target, but not activating the ult and just jumping around. I don't know about that one. Quite unfortunate. Nonetheless, Make and Take Nuts are 2 rounds away from taking the second map, taking Corrode and bringing us
I do love these guys.
towards the third one. Now with a timeout alive, they gotta figure out what's gonna be the next move. They have 3 ults, by the way, so maybe something can be cooked up.
Well, I mean, the timeout really is. I mean, it's definitely necessary. It's just about a matter of fixing up these tiny mistakes now, making T-Nuts are losing the momentum, mainly because once again, not playing together, these trades are not going their way once more. Beats Al Dente, they just slowed down really on the fights. They started losing fights, and that's all it took, making T-Nuts to start winning rounds. And now that Beats Al Dente is firing on all cylinders again, making T-Nuts has another wall to overcome. Really, it's just about finding some way to shut down the players on Beans Al Dente and find the momentum that they once had.
Here's the replay of the knife. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Though as we do jump into the next round, he's gonna split here. Instead of Eaton now on B, there's gonna be Mace. Possibly a great play by the fact of having a TP to get it back whenever needed. So there's gonna be some information gathered. Not enough for them to decide on pushing A. So it seems like B is gonna be the call. Mace. Mace gonna be in a 1v. Wait, huh?
Mace slipped the op right there. I need to see the B main fight right now, because Mace is in a prime position to pick off the tour de force. I mean, the timing. Oh, he just needs to stand up. All he does is stand up. Yeah. Mace will have it. This is just insanity.
Oh,
how many
what?
times is the timing not going to work out? This is crazy stuff, and the patience. I mean, he might just walk into Natty B's crosshair here. The rest of the team is filtering through. Because Mace expects this once it's clear, he might find himself in a big surprise when the TP is going to be forced out on Natty B. Now the B side's vulnerable, but it's not for free. Natty B from CT with a crossfire from Spastic. Oh, Make and Take Nuts kind of unlucky with the timing. It's going to work out for them to get 2 kills and make it a 5v3 here.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, the timing has been indeed crazy though. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more from Mace there, but now both players are very heavily split, and of course Eaton sees down, falling down, and the Hippo is there to close it off and nearing towards third map. There's only 1 round, keeping them away from it, and passing 28-15 by the way. Holy, Matt is performing.
Definitely. Spastic is probably the factor that's getting them over the line at this point, making T Nuts. The first half didn't look great, but I mean, it's just all Spasic on defense here, just doing everything by himself, and one round away from putting us over to the third map. See, it means I don't think he's trying to stop it. If we have the conversion to play with. Out and comes to try and hit Leyland fast with the splits. Lap these stopped completely on the hindrance. Operator in hand as well. Soul though does find that good. That's super important. It's still finding the trades, and Soul coming up huge. Even on the high ping, it won't matter. He's basically shut down the push for Beans Dente. Now the round to slow down. It's all up to them to find something, get themselves out of this scenario. Crossfire is there, so Spasic
One enemy
in
remaining.
that great of a position, but Nicole clears it out fully, and the swings are
Defenders
there
win.
to find it. So main contain nuts. Wow, we're getting a third map.
Kind of crazy, if you ask me. That is insane. It is not something I expected. I'm gonna give it a buck. I had not expected for May Contain Nuts to take this map, and in such confidence as well. 10-13, 13-10. That is a lot closer than the first map, and which is why I have this surprise here. But nonetheless, Spasic, the MVP of the map, great performance, 30-15. Having a 2KD, that must have brought insane confidence to the whole team in its own, and maybe that's exactly what we're going to be witnessing on the third map as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the Spasic show. I mean, 30-15. 2.0 KD. I mean, it's definitely saved his team from elimination there. Means Ardente, I mean, it just felt like they lost the momentum towards the end. As soon as Spasic got going, I just couldn't stop him. You know, but we'll see how it happens on the third map. And importantly, I feel like both teams have now kind of found their footing. Megan Teen Nuts have, you know, finally found somehow a direction to head towards. You know, after that 13-1 loss on the first map, that's huge to bounce back like that, and they'll ride the wave into the third map, and we'll see how that one works out after a short break.
They weren't able to retaliate when that was Judgment Day who approached them from it. But now that they express that aggression, I would love to see that.
I think that they don't really care. They're confident that they can close this one up pretty easily, and I mean, it's looking like that.
Bring them down.
That's the thing, you build up confidence through action, you build the proof up, and that's exactly what's happening here. EC might get a 1, maybe even 2. If anyone pushes through, that's gonna be the case, but no.
It's looking like that.
Bring them down.
That's the thing, you build up confidence through action, you build the proof up, and that's exactly what's happening here. EC might get a 1, maybe even 2. If anyone pushes through, that's gonna be the case, but no, gets shut down by a trade that Spassing. We've seen him in action before. Biggs as well, getting a 2-piece though. Spassing. Last player does acknowledge the clone. Once again, in a very tricky position here.
Oh, good shots. Whoa. I mean, off the A's here. Time is a plenty. Does expect the funny thing. He goes, even if he goes down, he has a revive available because he's 1 away. So this is not easy for Mace.
The ult is online. That's all. That's his. Oh no! Oh no! How?
Oh
how,
my God!
How does that happen? That was way too close to comfort.
Oh no, he does expect this, and now the angle's really tricky for Mace. Can he clear this? He does, but it's not clean. He's 1 HP. He needs to run away. He will do so with the TP. I mean, the fake TP as well. Spasic, I mean, he just has to swing this angle, and oh no, there's time for him to revive, and he does.
Love the cheekiness there from Lazy. Well, obviously not gonna catch anyone just yet. So there it is. Oh!
Oh my God! He doesn't see it. And he gets another kill through the Prowler. That is just absolutely insane.
Taken by Beans, so they can't blunder this. Mace offering his face for them to see, getting more action towards him so that the opponents don't really check easy. Possibly that would be the idea behind it for me. Oh, that's gonna be exactly what they're realizing off.
You want to play? Let's
Each
play.
other, playing off of each other most importantly. And there is Hippo with an ult coming through. I really do hope he's gonna able to capitalize it better here, but there's Easty once again.
Oh no, these fights are just super messy. I mean, Bigs are going huge. They have 3. Oh no, these fights are just super messy. I mean, Bigs are going huge. They have 3K. Gonna pop the revive from Spastic, but that's a signal coming through over Beans and then just to give it up. Don't give him the kill, but actually lazy on the operator. It's gonna get taken out. Now, that makes it a 2v3, and the Twitter voice is online. Easty has been good so far. He missed the kill on the CT angle, but it's gonna find this.
Mace. That's a great trade, but Mace unfortunately caught with his pants down there in mid jump as well.
It's an instant trade. I mean, even if they get that kill, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I mean, every single trade going the way of maintaining nuts and the crossfires, the line of sights are
Back, seemingly waiting for someone to peek them, and then when it happens, it's them peeking, and that didn't go well for them. And but in return, Mace getting 2 Ps. There's Easty full flash though. That's not going to be anything here because it's going to be the last player alive, and Mace off guard. They will be aware of that. Even if it's not the first player, the second player most certainly. And Ethan, there's going to be the soul, the Mexican player getting the 2 Ps. Though everything's in Hippo's hands, and he does excel in that duel. So the 3 versus 1, 2. Although I predicted being caught means no audio cues, no information of where is anyone. Though, oh,
One enemy remaining.
there it is.
One enemy
Russian
remaining.
Showcase is gonna be able to get swing over them, but the third one with the classic. Oh!
Oh my god! Well, I mean, Schrodinger's law. I mean, if I close my eyes, then the round exists in a, you know, a quantitative state of mind. You know, it doesn't exist unless I open my eyes. So, you know, I'd like
Yeah, I
to
guess
forget
so.
that one if possible.
Maybe also for
My do.
everyone.
Oh,
But two of them falling in mid is a high price to pay
Down
there.
A.
So even if they get the trade, this is a tricky situation or a spot to be in. The spike will go
One
down,
enemy remaining.
but so will Mace,
Spike planted.
and it's only Easty left with the sheriff in his hands. Oh, but now beans are on both sides. There's going to be the first one by Natty. Not sure if Natty noticed that Spike was there as well. Might have been the case though. Of course, a quick reconnection with their team.
Anyone else?
Okay,
One
there's...
enemy remaining.
I was running out of...
sight. That's not going to be easy. They do spot him out, but here comes the Josh up close. The TB to come through for EC is going to be the first one to contact. The rest of the team filters in. Will they expect it? No, the Outlaw finds a kill. The TB up over. It's not clear, but Spastic is here to support. And the rest of the team, wow, they're doing a good enough job at least to make it equal numbers. And look at it. And I'll make it say nuts. Lower weapons
Spike
won't
planted.
really matter.
Yeah, at this point, even classics are more than enough. Truly, more than enough. As such low health, there's nothing you can really do unless you get a one tap off the bat. There's gonna be a trade. That's exactly what happens here. To see them play off of each other, playing those instead of giving 1v1s, they actually do a 1v2, which was something they lacked on Bind. So it's great to see the difference and the change now. It seems like they are adapting and learning from their mistakes. While a duel is won by Biggs, there's gonna be a battle in duo. There's no way Make and Day Nuts can generally come back from the first map. Oh, but we've seen this before. We've seen this approach though. This time, instead of an actual aggression, there's nothing to capitalize off of except for Hippo, who gets one. Though not.
Chances.
30 seconds
suffering,
left.
You know, fighting the bulk of a bigger economy. I don't know. Go back to the A option. So now they're able to pick up these weapons with no resistance. They'll hit the site with only one defender here. Spastic needs to put up huge numbers. He's not being clear quite just yet. Lazy. We've seen this before. He's gonna get punished once again.
Remaining.
To pick up these weapons with no resistance. They'll hit the site with only one defender here. Spastic needs to put up huge numbers. He's not being clear quite just yet. Lazy. We've seen this before. He's gonna get punished once again. Oh, and Biggs is not there. The time is just dwindling. That leaves Mace alone in the 1v3. The rest of Cavalry is here. Just no time left.
For enemies to take, and Make and think not, they're not shy. They will do whatever they have to do to take that space, and which is why, of course, they instantly knew that this is going to be an A push, and they're spassing. We've seen him before. We've seen him do this. Oh, but so the Mexican Beast and the Hippo, of course. Okay. great thing by passing in mid off the bat. A very quick one. Oh, but Easty gonna be able to get a one there. Spassing though, not gonna be dropping down just yet. As he does get one. Oh, jumping out prematurely, but that's lately for them to take. Spike is gonna finally go down. Oh, but Deadlock's ult. Not finding a single soul though. Two players are there. Lee Link and two players from CT. There's gonna be the first battle. Oh, already pushed up. Spike has been spotted. Unless both teams also possess 3 ults, and there's gonna be the first one coming through. A flash afterwards. Oh, but Easty, that is a great spot. A ballsy ult to say the least, but a great spot. I do love these comps. These 2 comps are great, and especially after seeing VCT Whaley performance on Corrode, I really like that pick as its own. And there it is, a very aggressive push off the bat, off the start. Though not gonna be able to destroy that wall quite quickly, but lazy. It seemed like it. It's a bit of a misinput. Okay, but this is gonna be an aggressive approach there from CP. All 3 players from Beans Al Dente coming through a battle through smokes. Not gonna be much of an efficient, but running out of it is not gonna be either. Mace getting those 2 pieces.
And I'm left
30
alive.
seconds left.
Hippo might be caught a little bit out of water here.
Oh, 100%. It's gonna be a caught of God, without a doubt. He's not gonna be expecting this.
Knife,
Oh, knife,
maybe?
please, knife. Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh no!
It is.
Oh no!
Realize it sooner than later. The great approach on B from Beans Al Dente. I love the aggression there. They've kind of got caught. Well, not really off guard. More of a. They weren't able to retaliate when that was Judgment Day who approached them from it. But now that they express that aggression, I do love to see that.
Think that they don't really care. They're confident they can close this one up pretty easily, and I mean it's looking like that.
Bring them down.
That's the thing, you build up confidence through action, you build the proof up, and that's exactly what's happening here. EC might get a 1, maybe even 2. If anyone pushes through, that's gonna be the case, but no.
It's looking like that.
Bring them down.
That's the thing, you build up confidence through action, you build the proof up, and that's exactly what's happening here. EC might get a 1, maybe even 2. If anyone pushes through, that's gonna be the case, but no, gets shut down by a trade there. Spassing. We've seen him in action before. Biggs as well, getting a 2-piece though. Spassing. Last player does acknowledge the clone. Once again, in a very tricky position here.
Oh, good shots. Whoa. I mean, off the ace here. Time is plenty. Does the only thing. He goes, even if he goes down, he has a revive available because he's 1 away. So this is not easy for Mace.
The ult is online. That's all. That's his. Oh no! Oh no! How?
Oh my God!
How does that happen? That was way too close to comfort.
Oh no! He does expect this, and now the angle's really tricky for Mace. Can he clear this? He does, but it's not clean. He's 1 HP. He needs to run away. He will do so with the TP. I mean, the fake TP as well. Spastic. I mean, he just has to swing this angle, and oh no! There's time for him to revive. All right, welcome back everybody to the final and deciding map of today. Now, may contain nuts. Sorry, for this match at least, may contain nuts between and Beans Al Dente between them. I mean, initially we thought there was a lot to separate them, but as the second map came through, yeah, I mean, it got very, very close, and it was Megan T Nuts that came out on top, 13-11. So we completed a streak. I mean, Corrode has been 13-11 every single series, so potentially one of the closest maps in this entire tournament. Megan T Nuts now riding momentum, while Beats Al Dente looking to find their old selves at 113-1 unbind, and we'll see what happens on the final and deciding map.
Indeed we will. It was quite the shocker, as we've already discussed it previously, that May Contain Nuts taking the second map, Corrode, so confidently that it kind of opened up the eyes that, yeah, maybe even if you lose 13-1, it doesn't mean that you can't take the following ones. So we'll see if Sunset becomes the same situation as it was with Corrode. Maybe it's the spacious map that's necessary for May Contain Nuts to excel, so hence Sunset might be the one for it. Though we will dive into Agent Select right off the bat without wasting too much of your time. And here we have first few locks. We got Telepathy of on Waylay, which we saw previously on Corrode, and Spazzing on Close Soul of Fade. Those are already familiar faces and familiar agents, so I'd assume that they have a very specific idea into going into this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it should be more of the same. I mean, we haven't had Sunset before in this tournament, but the comp on Mega Team Nuts is about similar to what we've seen them run before, and wow. Reach
Actually,
Neon
exactly
option for Beans Al Dente. This is not bad. I mean, I do like the Breach and the Neon Defeat combo, double initiator on this map. Though I do think that Sova is probably the best agent on this map in terms of the role. It just feels like he fits perfectly. So maybe he could have run a Breach Sova instead. But yeah, it's just up to what they're comfortable with. And on the other side, I mean, it's the exact same combos you mentioned that they ran on Corrode. So more of the same. We'll see what adaptations they bring, although I do think for Beans Al Dente they'll have a bit more of a comfortable time. I feel like they have an idea of what they want to do, and for Beans for Making Team Nuts, they're running the same comp. Kind of evident the fact that maybe they're looking to do the same as what they did on Corrode, and just figure it out as they go, rather than really coming into this one with a clear set of ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Having an idea or like a plan is always better. And also, I do like the fact that they have Mace on Breach. I personally main Breach, or at least mained Breach a lot, and it was my kind of agent of choice. And especially having Neon on your team, it's great to utilize both of those. One slows something down, the other one speeds past. And of course, if you play against Neon even more so, a Breach can be very useful. Though at the same time, they do have, for example, Waylay on Make Contain Nuts side, where they have hindrance. So it's not that they can't stop Neon, but it's gonna be tough nonetheless. Well then, let's start off with a bit of aggression here on B main. A little bit of motion gets that information, and there it comes. Aftershock dash.
Wow.
All that you must. Okay, fair enough. Never mind, they got stopped in their foot. But the first pick is gonna go for Easty.
And Natty B there now stopped at the door, cannot come in with his team to support. Oh, Easty catches Spastic alone, and that's a huge play to take out of the round. And now the numbers advantage all phase of Beans Al Dente, the last player alive. Natty B, who was the initial defender on this site. We left defender himself. 2 targets to find. Right weapon for the job. Only a headshot or 2 body shots needed. It makes it close. Lazy though. Oh, that was scary. Dropping down from the top there. Could have gotten caught out, but the HP advantage proves too much. Beans Al Dente, I mean, the correct game plan, a good execution, but they let it get kind of close. But well, it will be lazy to close that one out.
It was way too close, I must admit that much. But nonetheless, it worked out. Fortunately, so for Beans Al Dente. Though without a doubt, this last battle, oof. If only Lazy was slightly lower on HP, then that might have gone completely other way.
Yes.
So they took the round, and they got to capitalize on that as they have now gun advantage. So obviously aggressive push towards B main. They have Easty at the front of it. There's more, and there's the advantage of having a Neon. A very speedy clearance, and they get information about everything. Though Easy is not going to be predicting the fact that Spastic is standing up there.
Well, numbers for Mega Team Nuts. This is a force buy for them, so they'll be looking to win that one out. Not clearing the angles for Spastic, but doesn't matter because the rest of the team will focus in to try and get him the trade. They'll cover him well, but that's a solo swing and it won't work out. Now Ethan left alone on site, and it won't work out for him as the only player left alive is Mace, and the force buy is going to work out for Mega Team Nuts as they get the second round there. So resistance offered up, and resistance proved successful for Mega Team Nuts.
Oh lord. That was indeed quite the resistance, and so they get the round, stopping Beans Al Dente. That is a painful round to lose. After pistols, losing that by round only means the fact that your economy is now in a gutter, and then your opponents, on the other hand, have everything that they ever wanted, everything that they would need. Because we can see now 2 Vandals coming out for Hippo and Spasic. Those 2 players with a gun advantage. Things are about to get messy.
That's an interesting swing to take with Bucky. It's not going to work out. Of course, I mean, they should just be looking to get the spike down. Plant down. Oh, Natty B, that's not a kill you want to give up at all. Now Telepathy. Spec to contend with it. Mace cracks the site open by force. By his own down the Rolling Thunder to push into CT. Won't find anybody, but it's just about establishing control to get the spike down, set up the rest of the team. And they do still have the bigger weapons. It's only the Bulldog on Mace, but the way he's firing right now, you suspect he'll find a few more at the minimum. He's set up to play off the bait off the spy cam. The rest of the team though will go through market. He'll find Lazy, the only defender there. Now the post might a little bit more difficult. Pose up, Biggs with the Spectre, proves useful. And 2 kills saw him, and now Hippo, wow, he finds himself in an impossible 1v3 that forces him to save. So the force buy goes the other way, and it works out for Beans Al Dente.
It does work out very well. A lot of bodies were falling down then, but it is what it is.
Thrifty.
At least for Beans Al Dente, it's good to bring it back, especially when they had the disadvantage of guns. Nonetheless, it seems like each round is going in the opposite direction of what you would expect it to go. Very got a bit of replay here. Though nothing crazy coming out of it except for Soul putting Lazy down. But Spassing was not expecting anyone there on the right side. And that was obviously in the benefit of Biggs with the 2-piece. Those are 2 good picks to get. And that alone helped them to bring that round forward, as he obviously couldn't do much here. Again, a bit of aggression on B main. They continue bringing that up over and over again. Having a crossfire, well, not anymore, as Natty B will have to get out of there. And there's Easty. That's the neon you see in your ranked games over the Telepathy.
Spike down, B.
Was not clear, so obviously that bucket is going to come in handy. Even with the trade, you still lost a player. And Spasic giving a great spray, almost catching one. But Lazy, oh boy. Fade versus Fade.
This is an off angle. It's going to prove nasty here. Soul surely won't clear it. He won't, but the kill won't be found quite as but finally now it will be there. And Hippo now stuck in a cage. The position is known, and the TP won't let him escape. Hippo almost forced to go safe again, but he won't get away with his life. So now Beans Al Dente getting off to a great start on Sunset. 3-1 already. We've seen this before in the first map, and reminder, it was 5-1 at the start. Making us was able to start stringing rounds together to make it 6-6. So Beans Al Dente, I mean, at least they have the first part of the script down. Let's see if they can contain the nuts, not let them out rolling.
This goes here.
Well, it's something that they do have to consider and have to establish. Though here we have finally a bit of a switch up there. There is the aggression from Mace to showcase some presence, but of course Biggs establishing that presence as well, while Spassy not going to be falling down so easily. Oh, but with the Sheriff against Vandal, you would think that it would go other way, but no, Spassy does seem to be more of a superior player. Nonetheless,
This is the whiffs.
yeah, exactly. Very unfortunate for Beans Al Dente losing it that way. Oh, but that TP did not go. I would assume that Biggs wanted to go up that, but oh well. Misclick, misinput once again. And both players crawling here from flank. But Mace is ready.
One enemy
It's
remaining.
gonna be one's down, one's left, so the Mexican combatant is gonna be following suit, and there it is.
Good off angle with Mace, really. It's just all about these gunfights that works out in Beans Al Dente's favor. I mean, honestly, they took so long to clear Spastic. I felt like Megan Nuts would win that round off the back of just Spastic putting up 2 on the Sheriff, but the rest of the sides just follows too quick, and the bulk of the defense, right, the money, the big guns, the rifles were on B, so the players on A only pistols. It just didn't work out for them. So Beans Al Dente Well, that's 4-1. They have 3 ulti as well, so they're looking to at least make it 5-1 like they did last map. Now comes 2 to 4 on B, but mid look might counter completely.
Well, of course, you don't want to peek the AWP, especially with Vandals or Phantoms. But there's going to be a lot of aggression actually coming from B main. Not sure if Beans Al Dente are aware of that, but that might bite them. Oh, but the awareness was there, though. Hippo getting another one too.
Like I never left.
So the aggression is going to be
Wow.
contested. There's the EC. Oh, but
Spike
beautifully
down,
slides
B.
through.
Got the gunfights. I mean, they're going both ways right now. Natty B might not expect this angle. So does Lazy, and he will be cleared. And now Easty, I mean, good aggression to find the kill on a resurrecting Spastic. Now, 3 kills to be found. To attempt this clutch. I mean, it's doable. The problem is they know where the spike is, and on the other side, it's Hippo that's going to re-clear everything for them. Oh, and the gunshots are going to come their way. It's going to get spotted at the stun. It's going to at least take the off the angle. Trying to go for these for the Timmy Hop, but it's not going to work out for him.
Yeah, try to bunny hop his way through it, though. 2 players against you. Not sure if that's going to work out, and clearly it didn't. Though they have another ult activated in the meantime. So 4 ults. Surely you can make them useful. Surely you can get that 5th round with that kind of utility in your disposal. As well as for EC, actually, it was a doable round, especially because of Override being online. Oh, but the Lavity you're going to be caught with that. Oh, actually, never mind. Not gets caught. Nonetheless, aggression from EC. Do love to see that. Oh, they're coming through the smoke. Not gonna be able to capitalize off it while Mace does get a trade, and the Hippo comes into it with Lazy once more. 2 trades off the bat. The side is gonna be theirs to take, and so with the
Spike
nightfall,
planted.
ready to execute the 2 players on Beans Al Dente. 11 HP on Lazy. There's gonna be a duel right there. Oh, but the Labity did not expect anyone to come out of there. There it is.
And I thought will be used here to at least deny the info and try and put them down to low HP. And Biggs, those shots are nasty. It is good. And he saved them from a round that could have gone so south. I mean, the main fight that went wrong was this one here. Telepathy just off the angle was holding the smoke and then not expecting Lazy there. So the repositioning was what won the round. The ult was needed to bring him down low. But Biggs, I mean, baiting his teammate, using Lazy as a retargeting option, and the paranoia comes out beautifully as well to set him up for the 1v2. And now Beans Al Dente, I mean, momentum looks great.
Oh, it looks great without doubt. There's a setup.
Wow.
The EC did not expect anyone to be this close, though the Labrador barely escapes the death sentence there. This is a very great aggression towards mid, though leaving B and A kind of open. That's not the best call, but then again, there are Cypher Traps. They are holding it down and eating a hole, but he expected the unk of this lobby, expected Hippo to be there. So with H comes wisdom, and so we see it.
Bring them down.
They'll hit B here. I mean, Spastic kind of has to swing in. He'll find some open members with no kills to be found, and Mace actually puts him down. And oh, Natty B and Bucky on site. Yeah, I mean, what can you do about that? That was just rotate towards the A side. A good call, recognizing that Cable was.
My ult's ready.
Now, well, he'll just have to either die to spike or find a kill or 2 here. I mean,
Yeah,
saving is
Natty
also an option.
I would say that's probably the best call here, because he has a gun. Obviously, he picks it up from a dead body. So at this point, rather... yeah, the survival is not gonna be available, as Bix is there to shut it down. So of course, once again, Beans Al Dente, great play with their space, especially after the post plan. They, even though it would have been a kind of a spot where they give 1v1s left and right and center, nonetheless, it worked out the best for them. They had full control of the map there. Only plays that was absent of their presence was B. So well played and well deserved round.
That goes there.
Well, I mean, they're trying to go for a mid walk, but a single smoke is enough to scare them back. And now look at this response, instantly stunned Paranoia to come out. This completely stops any attempt from the defense side to get early information to try and force early fights of Lapathy. Oh my god, he's always equipped the Sheriff. The trade though is going to take out Spastic, so it's all rests on the shoulder of the remaining members. I mean, lower weapons, so any kills they can get, they will take it. Look at this positioning. If they hit A, it's only one here that can really do anything about it.
And even so, has already
He backs off.
gone back.
Yeah.
Yeah, though Hippo plays from CT, it's obvious that A side is going to be clear, and they will be forfeiting that. Probably the better call here to play off of their team, so a retake after the post plant. Well, being Saldenter, they are taking their time, though there's going to be a duel towards mid. It seems like Lazy might swing it out, and there it is, gets one. Possibly a second one, though. There it's exactly what happens, and a 3-piece for Lazy altogether this round. And only 2 players left. Mace doesn't know where he TP'd, but has to play safely. Don't overcommit, and you'll be rewarded.
Shouldn't be swinging this, but they'll do anyways. Lazy off of the ace. He's confident. Oh, Mace! No! Come on, man.
Oh, the ace thief. The
Leave it to-
dirty thief.
Leave it to the British to steal what belongs to the other people. My god.
And, always the same. History repeats itself no matter what. Aye.
That's sad. I mean, Lazy was on for that kill too. Most of the damage was dealt by him as well. Yikes. Rough.
He smelled.
Oh, I mean, Lazy has gotten Lazy has gotten 2 aces already, so yeah, I don't think I'll be too dissatisfied with that.
3 aces is better than 2.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, Orange Thunder here onto the A side, clear it completely. The opportunity was there to use it last round, but I say it's over. So this one, the flash is good to force them back into the smoke. But Spastic is gonna come out of it, fighting forward. It's good so far. Easty not being cleared right now. The spray transfer is great. Overdrive to pop out as well. The CT player is spotted the TP away, and now the site is clear. I mean, a good attempt from making Tay nuts, but they leave the site after a good attempt, but no more than that. The impact limited. And well, with the HP on Hippo, Dimensional Drift seemingly is the only way back into this round for them.
Last player
Seemingly, yes.
standing.
So, oh my days. Okay, now he wins the duel, and that's gonna be 1 versus 2 for Ethan. You're gonna make it me choke on my words, as that's a very desperate situation to be in. A very tragic spot, but still okay, Natty. Okay.
Alright, pause.
Hold your horses right there, sir.
A little bit too excited for that win there, but
Yeah, I mean, they have only gotten 3 so far, so may as well.
yeah, keep your nuts in your jaws, buddy. Yikes.
Yeah. So it seems. Aye.
I mean,
Let's 2 more rounds.
yeah, I mean, it's a good half so far for being Saldente. It's the main thing, right? Even if they drop 7-5 here, it's still okay for them to go onto the defense. Right, but certainly they'll look to at least get an A4 is very doable this round if they can avoid the op. The aggression though towards mid, it's red completely, and that leaves the A side open. So again, they keep looking A and it keeps working out for them. So they get this side open, but the main thing is, can they contain the rest of the defense for the retake? They failed 2 times in a row, so it's up to them now to do something about it. I don't have any ults to play with. Easty can't risk dying here, and the fight will not work out. The lap play put down to 5 HP, but the important part is it puts his team up, and Hippo is firing all cylinders, and now the rest of the team filters through, and Eden just swinging desperately, trying to find something. The Lappy at least get put down the low HP member in Maze, while 1v5 proves too much to ask of the IGL. Make it say nuts. The retakes have been good, and that's another one going their way.
Last round in the
Yeah,
half.
Hippo was simply activated. In this round, he genuinely activated. Getting those picks one after another, oh boy. That was very, very crucial, and of course, with the help of the rest of the team. That's how they sealed it up, but Hippo being the star player of that round is always worth mentioning. It seems like for Beans Al Dente, on the other hand, it's gonna be a switch up in strategy. Previously, it worked with mid control and having aggression in mid. Oh, but there's gonna be also in Boba right now. There's EST pushing through. There's also Natty. Will get one piece. Anyways, with a swing, not gonna be able to capitalize off of it though. Spastic, very low HP, gonna be falling. Maybe even not, as they take this last round of first.
Switching sides.
Whatever that was.
Yeah, I mean, again, just good fights overall from Nicotine Nuts. I mean, these retakes have been great. I mean, this one really isn't a retake because Spike's not planted yet, but essentially that's what the positioning of the attackers. Beans Al Dente, they've kind of been countered a little bit here. They go fast, and the options, when they do go fast, Nicotine Nuts stays back off, and the retakes work out well. But now, it's up to Nicotine Nuts to convert this attacker's side. They do play the double duelist, so it's not out of the question for them to find advantages, you know, on the attacker side of things. It beats Al Dente. I don't think they'll slow down at all. They'll play aggressive. That's how you're supposed to play. Reach Neon, but a one way, and it seemingly felt like a miscommunication there. Biggs going in alone. I mean, there was a Neon that is supported, but they didn't do so. And now Mace looking to solo swing into this. I mean, again, it's just the lines, the comms lines are just breaking down a little bit as they're making solo play after solo play.
Here's something to turn the tide the other way. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get anything there. Nonetheless, it seems to be more of a focus on A, and Mace and Beans Al Dente in general, as you mentioned, the miscommunication. It's not working out for any of the players there. As you can see, one after another, this might be a flawless round.
Planted.
So there's full flash, Ethan, unfortunate for you.
Well, I mean, making T nuts from seemingly the worst performing team, or not seemingly, definitively the worst performing team in the tournament in the lower brackets here, faced with elimination, fighting for their survival. I mean, they found their footing and they are punching their way up and out of the mud. Well, Beans Al Dente, it's up to them to stop the momentum on the other side, but so far it's 4 rounds in a row, counting last half. Megatina, I mean, good, off to a good start, and so far not containable.
Indeed not. Seems like there has been a heavy. What's that sound? Hold on. What?
That was a footstep.
Music.
Yeah.
Oh, like the music itself, very interesting. Anyway, it seems like, yeah, the duels are not going in the favor of Beans Al Dente, even though that was what held them superior in the first game. Oh, but there's gonna be a beautiful spray with Spectre. Obviously superior gun, so there is an advantage to it, but nonetheless it comes down to aim as well, and there's gonna be easily falling down, as Biggs being the last one, able to put one of them on his back. Obviously it's not going to be enough as they turn into the third round of this half.
Don't panic.
But as I said, the duels
Traveling is bad for your
seem to be turning. The tables have turned basically. During the first map, Beans Al Dente were so much more superior when it came down to duels, but here with each map, with each round, it seems to be.
So talk it over how to stop the momentum on the other side. But I mean, almost back-to-back flawless rounds, right? Definitely think Mace will be hammering them down. Try and find something. I mean, the bonus round, they don't have the big weapons. It's all about containing damage. They need to start winning these duels and just start setting themselves up to win these duels. That's the main issue. They've just been swinging solo, really, one by one, the fights, and on the defender side, you don't want that, right? Because obviously, if you're the attackers, you go together 5 hitting one side, and if you swing to that bulk, it's just the wall of man. It's just not going to work out. They just need to fix the minor errors, really. The calls haven't been bad on the attacker side nor on the defense. It's really just the minor details that's separating them from taking these rounds.
That's the issue. It's always about the small things, and that's why if that doesn't work out, then everything is gonna spiral and snowball from that, as was mentioned quite
Bring them
previously. But let's hope that for them, this timeout has been beneficial. We'll see if anything changes nonetheless. They have the same approach with spreading their
must
players
wait a
all
moment.
around. No one's contesting mid yet. There's also a surprising
trigger.
factor here. Eden gets some audio cues. Oh, and there's gonna be Lazy trying to track him down. Well, that hound didn't catch him somehow.
Yeah, because
Fair
it's the scan is actually in the center of mass of the circle, so it was outside the smoke. So it's a little bit of a visual quirk. Yeah, it's just how the game is coded.
Yeah, and once again, it's all about the duels, and here Bix loses his, though Hippo being on fire so far. Almost unbeatable, so it seems. Oh, and Ethan
Spike down B.
kind of getting Spastic down, and that's their star player of the team.
I'm out.
Being able to shut him down might be a victory of its own. And
30 seconds
3
left.
players left. Making that never mind 2 now as Mace. Shut him down.
Last player standing.
Oh no, everything is there. I mean, Beans Al Dente has their number, and they are putting them down in the dirt. Making Nuts cannot find a way back into this. The timeout does not work out. They lose the bonus rounds of the money. It's cooked, and Beans Al Dente is in a rough spot. Even, despite the seemingly close round count, it doesn't really matter because the momentum fully rest with Nuts. The way they're playing, they're just so confident they're winning every gunfight. They're playing smart, they're playing
No
together, the
charges.
U2 are there, the comms are good, and it's and Beans Al Dente, it looks like it's the opposite.
Here's Easty. Good all around, that was passing with a great trade there. Oh, but Easty. A bit of a miscom seems by Mace flashing his own teammate, and that was the end and death of him. That was passing. I don't think we'll find anyone. There's no chance for him, as unfortunately we'll have to go down. Oh, but never mind. Means all that it might be trolling this one. Never mind. And
Yeah,
so I
he
take my words
didn't
back.
want to go forward.
Cutting through.
It's still a 3v3. It's the spike control is established. It should just be a retake for Beans Al Dente. They'll all go through CT here, so it should make it a bit easier. Look at this positioning from Hippo there to get out of dodge, out on the back of the TP, played on the ledge in CT, and now, well, that's and they're not clearing Soul in the close angle, and the crossfires are just too good. And mark that down as 5 rounds in a row for making T Nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. Haven't seen that for a while now, and especially very, very kind of unexpected for making the nuts to even do that. I hope the Hippo is back, and so it seems every player is kind of excelling more and more as long as the rounds keep on bring forward, and seems to be of an aggression there towards me from Beans Al Dente. With a different strategy, different approach on the override as well, but 10 HP left. Obviously not gonna, but whiffs after whiffs. Yeah, that's gonna be a horrid round to fall to. Mace the only player left on Beans' team. With the sheriff in the hands. Oh boy. That was a mess.
You can kind of feel it in the air that they've lost this map, seemingly from the way they
Spike
play.
planted.
A desperation call, right? Just run it down mid, guys. Try and find something to bring this map back. It just doesn't work out. The whiffs, I mean, the utils are not great, right? The paranoia did not connect. It just left Easty to fend himself, and it's rough. Really, I mean, Mace will find, hopefully, consolation kill. Never mind, it will be a flawless round and make T Nuts, and they are unstoppable right now.
That's what it seems like. They might as well be unstoppable. It seems like something. It was just also a chain of events, unfortunate events. What happened with the Beans there in mid, especially with Easty being dinged as soon as he was open towards the enemies, and then with 10 HP and override active, there's not much you can do, because that's the issue. When you're using override, you're kind of basing it off on your, first of all, your aim, and second of all, on your agility and speed, and health. But if you have all of those but the health, yeah, that's done so for you, and that's exactly what happened there. Telepathy gonna take an aggressive approach here towards CT. Might have a duel here with Biggs, and Biggs come out as victorious. So this might be exactly what they
Face
need.
your fear!
Oh, but there's even more aggression after aggression.
Go, go, go.
Rolling Thunder coming out from Beans Al Dente to try and instantly retake this side. The flash is perfect. Look at this. This is tough for them. They try and fight forward, but all the kills goes the way of the super humble hippo, and he's down for the ace, but hope it gets stolen. But I don't think he'll care too much about that, because they've got 10th, and Make and Tay Nuts are on a roll right now. They are tearing through Beans Al Dente, eating things up. No spoons of sauce unturned on the plate here.
Yeah, this was a last nail in the coffin almost, so it feels, as they are being shut down quite effectively. Possibly it is the fact that they've lost so many rounds, and they've thought after the first map that, oh, well, we are gonna win this easily. The first map went so smoothly, surely we're gonna win this easily. But now that Make and Tay Nuts are actually fighting against them, fighting for their place under the sun, it seems to be affecting them quite badly, quite heavily. And here pops the ult, and so they will come out quickly. Ethan with the sheriff seems to be in trouble there, but never mind, he is the trouble, and so he gets 2-piece. There's a 5 HP left on his hands. Oh, but Spastic, we've seen him perform before, and that's exactly what happens again. 2 players left in the CT, but Telepathy to get it with Spastic.
Oh man, that is rough. Hero effort
Show
from
up now.
Ethan.
We live later.
Backside, I mean, really the only person on the team with a low buy weapon, and I finds 2, but here 4v2, and they let it slip away. Spastic in the corner, just unable to be traded, and Beans Al Dente swinging 1 by 1. The communication is simply not there, and in these moments you just need to make a call, right? Guys, you have a 4v2, let's just push this side. Let's just go right here, go into sight, ignore market, you know, just go. But they're split up. They're playing 5 mines, you know, 5 different ways, and for Make and Tay Nuts, now 5 mines are moving as one, and that's the biggest factor of why they've been so successful in this map.
Missed me.
He's all a bit lazy. Gets an entry pick, you know, on the round itself. So here, crossfire would have been impossible, especially against Spastic. I feel like you gotta be able to trade out, though. So cannot forget about a Mexican. There's great home there. Able to capitalize one. There's gonna be Spastic falling down, but Easty as well joining in on the front. There's only 2 players left now on making it nuts side, and so the aggression from Spastic needs 1 pick, though. All of Beans has
Last player
carried away.
standing.
He doesn't need to plant, because I mean, if you plant, you're basically putting pressure on yourself.
Be right
Now
back.
he will. Now he'll try and bait them towards himself. So the smoke to set him up for a 5, but he swings to 3 people. It's just not gonna work out there. Unfortunate. And Incidente, well, they find 1 round amidst a string of disappointments. So,
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
chances are there for them here.
Save the day.
It's not done yet.
Exactly, for Beans this might be a glimmer of
One team
hope.
ends, Another.
Maybe they could actually get this. Maybe not everything has been lost. Of course, Nuts are 2 rounds away from taking this map and taking this whole series itself and kicking out Beans off the table. But as I said, not all hope is lost. There's still a chance, and it seems to be that Beans once again will focus on mid control, which may as well be the thing that kind of helps them and works out.
Oh, wow, Natty B then. Okay, interesting decision, but he clear Mace, because Mace is inserted up super deep in mid here. The gun barrel spotted, he'll find that kill, so Beans Al Dente, a good call, and a little bit of a lackluster win of some Make and Tay Nuts. But they'll find the A site fully open for their taking. Look at Spastic's positioning. So important. Needs to get this kill. The timing doesn't work out. He hops up as soon as Lazy swings. And Beans Al Dente, they're collecting all the kills, and this flawless might go their way, but it won't be a flawless round at the very least. So, wow, that is massive. 2 for him. Across the world, the Atlantic Ocean between him and the server we're playing on, but it won't matter. He's still finding these impactful fights on their way. And 40 seconds left on the clock. This is what they need to do. They don't need to force the plant. They need kills more than anything. They need to equalize the numbers at the very least, and then get the spike down. So look at this. The patience is massive, but Hippo can't find the kill. So it means Al Dente, the numbers work out, and they'll find the 10th and 2 in a row for them.
Yeah, finally they're at least capitalizing off of it. They're finally able to make it work, and Lapsley will call out a timeout. As of course, you want to start the momentum, and you want to plan out for the next round, see what can be done, what cannot be done. The previous round, of course, was well played out, and so we're going to jump in on the train of beans, possibly.
Right now, timeout for Beans. For me, Nuts. Understandable.
Off the bait, off the
I
spike
don't
cam.
want to let them
That's a
get
team
back
that will
into
go
the
through
map.
market
That's
and
all
find
of
Lazy, the
something
only
you've done
defender
wrong. I mean,
there.
overall, it's just mostly these
A
straight
little bit
again.
more difficult.
It's
Pulls
just,
up, Mace with the spectre,
hasn't
proves
been
useful.
working
It took
in their favor. That's the main point of contention. It's
Yeah, so it seems.
it's just gunfights, really. This map things just come down to, which team, which individuals have been performing better. I mean, Megatinas was on a roll, really. Hippo and Lapathy and the boys were playing really well, and that's Spasic, of course, leading the charge, always the factor of victory for them. And now, well, Beans Al Dente, they found themselves once again. The calls are there. The reads are correct.
Position
It's
is known as
Megatinas to try and switch it up on the attacker side, try and throw a spanner in the works for Beans Al Dente, make them guess, make them doubt themselves, and then hit back with some nasty counter punches. They definitely need Spasic to get going once again. Hasn't been where he was last map. He's still good, but I think they definitely expect him to be doing it a little bit more.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of pressure on him. Hence, maybe that's the reason behind not performing as excessively as the previous map. Though nonetheless, the presence of Spassing is visible, and for Beans, they feel it.
Face your fear!
Nonetheless, that coming through, Beans will realize that he's gonna be but no one's clear mid. Quite possibly there's gonna be Lazy dropping down. Yep, Natty was not spotted, even with his live grip still. Guess one. There's gonna be 2 more following suit, and it's only 1 player left. Oh boy, Bix. Yep. Nothing much you can do there. And so, ladies and gents, may contain nuts.
Match point.
Are on a match point.
Oh, who would have expected this after the first map? 13-1 really goes to show that the game's not done until it is done. Really smart to slow contact stuff. Inserting Natty B, this is the first time I think we've seen Natty B on a full lurk roll like this. The 4-1 setup we haven't seen before, but this time it works out perfectly. And look at Beans Al Dente, right? The split everywhere, 1 in CT. I mean, Mace is in market. He could have went back and support Eaton, but then Eaton got seized and no comms coming the other way, right? It's just a breakdown of communication seemingly, and yeah, they're not playing together all that well and making team nuts. They're exploiting the gaps that open up, and they're playing it really nicely. And again, look at this look option to put this round instead. Ooh, on the worst. Might fall through mid will be the option to go for, but Spasic, wow, he's not an easy target to find. He'll find one. Go 1 for 1 here. Hippo is going to go down actually, so that's a B site left as an untenable site to take, and I'll go A instead. Mace flashing through is good, but the shots are not great. The rest of the team though, they'll cover for his mistakes. Surely the spike cannot go down just yet. They need to find these kills.
Bring them to
Not needs is 1 or 2 kills, and they might close out this map.
player
Down Natty B in the corner, finding these kills as a 1v3, and he finds them all. Natty B, where was that when his team needed him before? Finally, in their moments of need, he answers their call. 13-10 is the final result, and May Contain Nuts fights from an impossible scenario. Seemingly, no one, us, we discounted them 13-1 in the first map. No one in their right mind would think Mace and Nuts had any chances left after the way they played. But look at where they are at. A valiant effort through and through. They fought tooth and nail, and in that final map of Sunset, the individuals shone through, and I mean, what a way to close it out there. Mace and Nuts fights their way through the lower brackets. They eliminate Beans Al Dente, and they keep their tournament hopes alive.
Indeed they do. That was indeed a very nutty ending to it. It was beautiful. 3Ps to close off the third map of the day on first best of 3 of the day. So we will obviously see May Contain Nuts once more. They are not completely out of it. Unfortunately for Beans Al Dente, that's a goodbye from our side and from the tournament itself. They put up a great fight. They put up a great show. Unfortunately, they crumbled under maybe pressure. Maybe the pressure that suddenly May Contain Nuts started to fight back and bite back. And maybe it was even a plan from the very beginning. Who knows? May Contain Nuts may as well have figured out that, you know what, let's troll the first map. Let's pick 3 duelists, let's just troll a bit, and then throw them off on the second map. And seems like that's exactly what happened, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's it's a funny way to put it, but you know, there's some truth to it, definitely. I mean, it's just the mental resilience, I think, was the name of the game, right? Just being able to stabilize themselves, you know, rejuvenate themselves, say, okay, guys, 13-1, it happens, you know, just forget that map, you know, we don't need to care about it, don't need to talk about it, just move on. And that they did in Corrope. They fought tooth and nail. It felt like every single round was just not, it was super close between the two teams, but then going to the final map, they just rode the momentum they had, winning Corrope 13-11, coming into here every single round, especially on the attacker side, right? I mean, it felt like Mace had everything down to a T, and Beans Al Dente, they just could not find the way back into the game. They just let it slip. They just let the series slip away from their hands, and ultimately, well, Mace Nuts find the victory despite, you know, unsavory circumstances.
Indeed, very unfortunate that in that kind of way, but listen, the strongest one wins, and that's exactly what happened. So be it. We'll see them again, but for now, we will be heading into a quiet break so that we can change our producers and whatever has to be changed in general. So you guys go collect your snacks, maybe get a lunch, whatever that is, no matter where you are in the world. Get a bit of food, get a bit of drinks, and we'll be back shortly. Never mind, they got stopped in their foot. But the first pick is going to go for Easty.
And Natty B there now stopped at the door, cannot come in with his team to support. Oh, Easty catches Spastic alone, and that's a huge play to take out of the round. And now the numbers advantage all face of Beans Al Dente, the last player alive. Netty around, and now the numbers advantage all face of Beans Al Dente, the last player alive. Netty B, who was the initial defender on this site. We left defender himself. 2 targets to find. Right weapon for the job. Only a headshot or 2 body shots needed. He makes it close. Lazy though. Oh, that was Mace. But the way he's firing right now, you suspect he'll find a few more at the minimum. He's set up to play off the bait, off the spy cam. Rest of the team though will go through market. He'll find Lazy, the only defender there. And the post might be a little bit more difficult. Close up, Bix with the Spectre proves useful. Once
again, a bit of aggression on B main. They continue bringing that up over and over again. Having a crossfire, well, not anymore, as Natty B will have to get out of there. There's Easty. That's the neon you see in your rank games over the Lavity. Giving a great spray, almost catching one. But Lazy. Oh boy. Fade versus Fade.
This is an off angle. It's going to prove nasty here. Soul surely won't clear it. He won't, but the kill won't be found by the yes, but finally now it will be there. And Hippo now stuck in the cage. The position is known at the TP.
Well, it's something that they do have to consider and have to establish. Though here we have finally a bit of a switch up there. There is the aggression from Mace to showcase some presence, but of course Vix establishing that presence as well, while Spastic not going to be falling down so easily. Oh, but with the Sheriff against Vandal, you would think that it would go other way, but seemed to be more of a superior player. Nonetheless,
This is the whiffs.
yeah, exactly. Very unfortunate for Beans Al Dente losing it that way. Oh, but that TP did not go. I would assume that Bix wanted to go up there, but oh well. He did not go. I would assume that Bix wanted to go up there, but oh well. Misclick, misinput once again. And both players crawling here from flank. But Mace is ready.
One enemy
It's
remaining.
gonna be one's down, one's left, so the Mexican combatant peaked the op, especially with Vandals or Phantoms. But there's gonna be a lot of aggression actually coming from B main. Not sure if Beans Al Dente are aware of that, but that might bite them. Oh, but the awareness was there though. Hippo getting another one too.
I never left.
So the aggression is gonna be
Wow.
contested. There's easy over on Beans Al Dente, 11 HP on Lazy. There's gonna be a duel right there. Oh, but the Labity did not expect anyone to come out of there.
There, take
There
them.
it is.
And I thought would be used here to at least deny the info and try and put them down. They're trying to go for a mid walk, but a single smoke is enough to scare them back. And now look at this response, instantly stunned Paranoia to come out. This completely stops any attempt from the defense side to get early information to try and force early fights of Lapathy. Oh my god, he's always equipped the Sheriff. The trade though is going to take out Spastic, so
Will be forfeiting that. Probably the better call here to play off of their team. So a retake after the post plant. Well, being Al Dente, they are taking their time, though there's going to be a duel towards mid. It seems like Lazy might swing it out, and there it is. Gets one. Possibly a second one, though. A second one, though. There, it's exactly what happens. And a 3-piece for Lazy altogether this round. And only 2 players left. Mace doesn't know where he TP'd. But it has to play safely. Don't overcommit, and you'll be rewarded.
shouldn't be swinging this, but they'll do anyways. Lazy off of the ace, he's confident. Oh,
3 aces is better than 2.
man, that's true. Alright, Orange Thunder here onto the A side, clear it completely. The opportunity was there to use it last round, but I say it's over. So this one, the flash is good to force them back into the smoke. But Spasic is gonna come out of it, fighting forward. It's good so far. Easty not being cleared right now. The spray transfer is great. Overdrive the points for the retake. They failed 2 times in a row, so it's up to them now to do something about it. I don't have any ults to play with. Easty can't risk dying here, and the fight will not work out. So Lappley put down to 5 HP, but the important part is it puts his team up, and Hippo is firing all cylinders, and now the rest of the team filters.
With mid control and having aggression in mid. Oh, but there's going to be also in Boba right now. There's Easty pushing through. There's also Natty. We'll get one piece. Nice. With a swing, not going to be able to capitalize off of it though. Spasic, very low HP. Going to be falling. Hold on. What?
That was a footstep.
Music.
Yeah.
Totally, the music itself. Very, very interesting. Anyway, it seems like, yeah, the duels are not going in the favor of Beans Al Dente, even though that was what held them superior in the first game. Oh, but there's gonna be beautiful. Dente, even though that was what held them superior in the first game. Oh, but there's gonna be beautiful. Spray with Spectre, obviously superior gun, so there is an advantage to it, but nonetheless it comes down to aim as well, and there's gonna be Easty falling down as Biggs being the last one. Able to put one of them, it seems, Owen Eaton.
Spike down B.
But getting Spasic down, and that's their star player of the team.
I'm out.
Being able to shut him down might be a victory of its own. And
30 seconds
3
left.
players left. I'm making that never mind 2 now as Mace. Putting down. Getting Spasic down, and that's their star player of the team.
I'm out.
Being able to shut him down might be a victory of its own. And
30 seconds
3
left.
players left. I'm making that never mind 2 now as Mace. Putting down.
Last player standing.
Oh no, every control is established. It should just be a retake for Beans Al Dente. They'll all go through CT here, so it should make it a bit easier. Look at this positioning from Hippo there to get out of dodge, out on the back of the TP, played on the ledge in CT, and now, well, that's a 10. They're not clearing Soul in the close angle, and the crossfires. Rolling Thunder coming out from Beans Al Dente to try and instantly retake this side. The flash is perfect. Look at this. This is tough for them. They try and fight forward, but all the kills goes the way of the super humble Hippo, and he's down for the A's.
It seems to be affecting them quite badly, quite heavily. And here pops the old And so they will come out quickly. Ethan with a sheriff. Seems to be in trouble there, but never mind. He is the trouble, and so he gets 2-piece. There's a 5 HP left on his hands. Oh, but Spastic. We've seen him before. And so they will come out quickly. Ethan with a sheriff. Seems to be in trouble there, but never mind. He is the trouble, and so he gets 2-piece. There's a 5 HP left on his hands. Oh, but Spastic. We've seen him perform before, and that's exactly what happens again. 2 players left in the CT, but Telepathy gets an entry pick, you know, on the round itself. So here, crossfire would have been impossible, especially against Spastic. I feel like you gotta be able to trade out. Though, so can't forget about a Mexican. There's great power there. Able to capitalize one. There's gonna be Spastic falling down, but Easty.
Lackluster awareness of many contain nuts. But they'll find the A side fully open for their taking. Look at Spastic's positioning. So important. He needs to get this kill. The timing doesn't work out. He hops up as soon as Lazy swings. And Beans Al Dente, they're collecting all the kills. And this flawless might go their way, but it won't be a flawless round at the very least. Although, wow, that.
Face your fear!
Now with that coming through, Beans will realize that he's gonna be probably, but no one's clear mid. Quite possibly there's gonna be Lazy dropping down. Yep, Natty was not spotted even with his live grip. Still, guess one. There's gonna be 2 more.
Great. The rest of the team, though, they'll cover for his mistakes. Surely the spike cannot go down just yet. They need to find these kills.
Bring them to
All not needs is 1 or 2 kills, and they might close out this
Last
match.
player
So now Natty be in the
One
corner,
enemy
finding these kills. That's a 1v3, and he.
Never mind, they got stopped in their foot.